Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, how you folks doing? Oh, welcome here. Welcome to another edition of Monday Night Raw. I'm your host, Conman167, and today's show is going to be an interesting one, to say the least. You're looking at a little bit hungover Conman, all right? He's a little on the rougher side here today. Spent pretty much the last 2 days out in the sun building docks at my cottage and drinking fairly heavily alongside of it. So, ladies and gentlemen, your boy is a little on the rough side here tonight. But it's great to have you guys all in the live stream here today. I hope you guys enjoyed your weekend. But now, everyone, it is time for that Conman certified roll call. So who do we got in here today? We got Rolf up in here. How you doing, my friend? We got Steve Taylor. We got Diego Toledo. Welcome to the stream. We got WWE official Titantrons. Welcome, my friend. Jay Cochran up in here. We got ourselves Jordan Anderson. Nick Man, Elena Spain. Welcome, my friend. We got Jordan Anderson. We got Nathan Noble up in here. Great to see you, my friend. We got John Tay Burner. Welcome, John Tay. Glenn Cross made his way back in here. Seth Morgana. Welcome, Seth. We got ourselves, who else in here? Steven Randall. We got ourselves Waleed Hijaz. Anna Tag. How you doing, Anna? Jared Valerio. How you doing? We got Shane the Gamer as well. Farb519. Welcome, Kimmy. How you doing? We got Mega Flint up in here. Michael Gameplays. Welcome to the live stream. And let's give 5 more shoutouts. TJ Young, leader of Young Guns. We got Digital Dummies. Welcome, Digital Dummies. We got Magic King. We've got Irishman666 and Trey Porter, along with Steven Jackson getting the very last shout-out of the day. And you know what? We're going to give one to Raul Kapar as well. Welcome, my friend. All right. So, yes, everybody, today is Monday Night Raw. Now, we are going live here a little bit early because there is something that we do have to talk about, and it's going to be a thing, unfortunately, that is very sad, okay? So, ladies and gentlemen, today the wrestling world really was taken back out of shock. If you guys have not heard, there is some very unfortunate news. Well, if you guys remember the tag team Crime Time, Shad Gaspar and JTG, they were kind of all part of our childhoods, you know. I don't know how old you maybe are, but we all kind of have a memory of Crime Time, whether it was John Cena with John Cena or against JBL or what have you. There was always some sort of little memory. What the heck is going on with my hair there? Anyways, we all have a little bit of a memory, and today is very sad news. No matter if we had memories of him or not, unfortunately, ladies and gentlemen, Shad Gaspar is missing right now after getting caught up in a strong riptide at the beach. So this is the report right here. So Gaspard and his son were part of a group of people at the marina Delray Beach who were caught in a strong riptide yesterday around 4 p.m. Lifeguards raced to get the people out of the water, and Shad allegedly directed rescuers to help his 10-year-old son first before being crashed down on by a larger wave and submerging underwater. His son was rescued and did not require hospitalization. Rescuers searched for Gaspard in the water until 7:30 p.m. before calling it off. The search resumed in the morning, but no official updates have come in. There's also hope he'll be found on land in a surrounding area. So it's so sad. I mean, first up, Shad Gaspar, he went out a damn hero if this is in fact unfortunately the end. And right now I'm gonna sit here and I'm gonna say I need each and every one of us to send their actual thoughts and prayers and hope that Shad Gaspar is going to be okay. And I want to keep positive vibes towards it, but at the same time, you know, it's very unfortunate and very saddening to hear. So we got to try to keep our minds positive and hope that he is going to be okay. But when you hear that a search got called off at 4 p.m. or 7:30 p.m. yesterday, and it's been 24 hours, you know, let's just hope, let's continue to hope that he's okay. But I mean, it's very sad. So, ladies and gentlemen, if you happen to be in the area, this is Shad Gaspar right here. He's missing as of May 17th, 2020. He was last seen at the marina Delray Beach. Name is Shad Gaspard. He's 6'7", weighs 265 pounds, and that's the man right there. So he went, if this is in fact the last few moments on Earth for Shad Gaspard, he went out a damn hero. He did everything a father should. You know, he protected his son, and if that's the case, you know, he did what a father should do. He protected his son. And, you know, you can only sit here and say, like Shad Gaspard, you know, that says miles about his character. It says miles about the individual. And I just, again, I really hope and pray that he is going to be okay. I really hope and pray that he is going to be found alive. And I hope that he will be reunited with his family. And we can just continue to send positive vibes. But it's been a really, really, really sad day since I read that news this morning. And I'm sure a lot of other wrestling fans are feeling that same sentiment out there. So again, thoughts and prayers towards the family of Shad Gaspard. We hope that he will be recovered safe and sound and be returned and reunited with his family. Yeah, guys, 2020 strikes again, eh? It's been a hell of a year. So I know that we're kind of starting off the stream on a little bit of a downer with that, right? And I'm not trying to pick up the pieces here or anything, but one thing I do want to make sure we continue to remind ourselves is during times, no matter how tough it continues to get, no matter how bad the news around us may start to seem, everybody just make sure that we take every single day on this planet for granted. Okay, or not for granted. We don't take that came out wrong. We don't take every single day that we have on this planet for granted, right? We love the ones that we get to love. We live our life with fulfillment, and we enjoy the things that we enjoy. Now, I know that might just sound like some random liberal BS or whatever, but tell everybody you love each other, because you never know what could happen, and when that clock may strike midnight, right? So yeah, it's been a very sad year so far, but we also have to remember there is also good, right? There's also good in this world, and it doesn't matter if there's so much bad stuff going on. If we can find a silver lining in things, and we can find ways to get ourselves out of bed, whether it be, you know, a pizza that you've ordered and that's the thing that gets you out of bed during this pandemic, or you know, whether it's your loved one that you get to look in the eyes and say, thank God I get to be with you during this time, right? You got to find whatever it is that silver lining, that positive ray of sunshine for you, and embrace it, because right now 2020 has been a really, really tough year. So again, kind of wrapping this all up there, thoughts go out to the family of Shad Gaspard. And to all wrestling fans who are deeply affected by this, you know, and to every single family member of Shad Gaspard's. But, ladies and gentlemen, talking about some happy news here, let's flip the switch over to Monday Night Raw. The man, Becky Lynch, last week announces that she's pregnant. So, there is some good news. You know, the man is going to be leaving for a little bit. Whoa, that's not the good news. Sorry. The man is leaving for a little bit to go away and have a baby. Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch are gonna have a baby, so that's some good news, right? And that's something to smile about. You know, I don't care who you are, if you're Jim Cornette out there or whatever. You know, if you're taking this so seriously that Becky Lynch is like, hey, she could have stuck around for a few more years before going away and having a baby, I say F off. She's happy, and Seth Rollins are happy, so I bet you they're gonna be so incredibly happy when they get this child, whenever it may come. I believe the due date is in. What did they say? December? Did they say December? I believe they did, right? She found out in April, so May, June, July, August, September. Not September, sorry, December. Right? December, yeah, December. April, so May, June, July, August, September, October, November, December. It might be January before the baby actually comes. It'd be pretty close. So yeah, I believe the expected date should be sometime in December, correct? Yeah. But continuing to talk here about some more news inside of wrestling, ladies and gentlemen, since Friday night, we have one more piece of information to kind of talk about with you guys, and that is that Drew Gulak has been released. Now, I know what everybody is going to sit here and say is Drew Gulak wasn't released. he didn't re-sign with WWE. Now, there is some truth to that, but there also isn't. So the reason why Drew Gulak is not with WWE right now is because apparently, reportedly actually, is that he asked for a raise. Holy shit! What? Okay, alright. Rebecca, girl, what are you doing? Thank you. Wow. Okay, we're going to run that in just a second, okay? My God. Ladies and gentlemen, give a standing ovation for Rebecca Helfrich. My goodness gracious, ladies and gentlemen. We're going to get to that dono. We're also going to roll her $75 dono that she dropped in the Conman Universe stream earlier today. We will get to that. Rebecca, thank you so very much. But yeah, Drew Gulak. So the thing here is Drew Gulak reportedly asked for more money. Okay, his contract was expiring. Okay, and WWE chose to not re-up his contract. He asked for a raise because before all of this COVID-19 pandemic stuff was going on, when contracts were expiring in the WWE, superstars were granted a raise. Okay, so that is the reasoning why Drew Gulak asked for a raise, was because everybody else whose contracts were expired before the pandemic got a raise to stick around, to not go to AEW, to not go to NWA or Impact Wrestling or what have you. But now WWE is trimming the budget just a little bit. They're trimming it. And they're like, hey, Gulak, we are not going to be able to afford to raise. And since you think you can ask for a raise, we're going to release you. So, technically, ladies and gentlemen, he didn't get released by WWE. But he certainly was not protected. WWE chose not to re-sign him, right? Even if his contract had expired and Gulak asked for more money, it was at the end of the day, WWE chose not to extend him the offer for more money, meaning WWE didn't see the value in extending that much money to Drew Gulak. Now, for me, he's the Dean Malenko of our generation. You guys have heard me say that 1,000 times, and I will continue to say that. He is incredibly gifted in the ring. I've loved him since the Cruiserweight Classic, and it's damn unfortunate that WWE doesn't see the same value that I do personally in Drew Gulak. I think he could be a great mid-carder for the rest of his career, and put over nearly any talent that you want along the way and get a good match out of anybody. That's Drew Gulak, and it's damn unfortunate that they don't see that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are starting off Monday Night Raw here tonight, and tonight we are going to have a pretty interesting show. So, what we've got here tonight is we've got Drew McIntyre versus King Corbin. Aw, yeah. And then, of course, Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross defend the Tag Team Championships against the IIconics. And then later on tonight, which is probably going to be the most polarizing segment of the show, it is going to be an axe-throwing contest between the Viking Raiders and the Street Profits.
Upcoming pay-per-view Backlash. This match, if it actually happens, could very well be considered by some as the greatest wrestling match ever. So
if it actually happens.
Please allow me to introduce to you the man who issued the challenge, the Viper, Randy Orton.
Okay. What do you guys think about this tagline as the greatest wrestling match ever? What do you guys think? A 46-year-old and what is Randy Orton? Is he 39 or 40? Randy Orton age. He's 40 years old. So you got a 46-year-old and a 40-year-old in that ring who've got a great story against each other, right? Calling it the greatest wrestling match of all time, it's a bit of a overhyped statement, if I'm being honest. It really is. Rebecca, though, you know what we're going to roll here, girl, is we're going to roll a 200 bomb because you dropped that 75 earlier as well. So, Rebecca Helfrich, thank you so very much, my friend. Let's drop the 200 bomb in here from Rebecca Helfrich. Thank you very much. Now, everybody, on your feet, stand up, say it loud, say it proud, because we got to chant, you rock. So, Rebecca, thank you very much, my friend, because right now, you rock, you rock, you rock, you rock, you rock, you rock, you rock,
WWE RAW.
Thank you so much, Rebecca. And we're going to get back here to the promo from Randy Orton in just a second.
Hello, everyone.
Oh,
Welcome to
that's a
Monday
little loud.
Night Raw. Let's have a good stream.
There we go.
At WrestleMania, and at WrestleMania, Edge and I, we tore each other apart. We tore this building apart in a last man standing match, and although it pains me to say this, on that night, Edge was the better man.
Okay. He admitted it.
But I know deep inside my gut, without a shadow of a doubt, that Edge is not the superior wrestler. I am. And I intend to prove it. But I don't need tables, I don't need ladders, I don't need chairs, I don't need to be the
Thanks,
last
Aaron the
man
Joker, buddy.
standing. All I need is
Hope
this
you're having a good
ring
Monday as well, man.
and a referee. Athletes come and go. Athletes are a dime a dozen. But an athlete can't come here in the WWE and do what we do like we do, just like any athlete in the WWE can't do what I do like I do in this ring.
I like that.
Including Edge. Now, Edge. Yeah. I'm talking to you.
I like when they look right down the cameras. It's such a different
I know why you
vibe.
didn't accept my
So much
challenge
better.
last Monday night on Raw. I saw it written
Vamsi,
all over your
I do have a
face.
sunburn. You ready for this?
I saw it in your eyes.
Look at this freaking farmer's tan,
Wanna know
man.
what I saw?
Look at that. Look at that.
Doubt.
No, and right up in here,
I
right
saw
there, I'm a little
doubt.
burnt
Your
right there,
grit
and my
and
forehead, I'm not sure if you guys can
passion
see, it's
faded
all
away.
burnt along the top right there, and all down the
It's
side.
gone.
Oh, yeah.
And what
I'm a little on the
once
burnt side.
was grit and passion is now just doubt and fear.
You think you know me?
Hey, it's Edge. All right, it's the Rated R Superstar, Edge. All right, ladies and gentlemen, do we see some fisticuffs here tonight? Do I think WWE will acknowledge Shad? Not until anything is confirmed, unfortunately, okay? They do not want to put that out there and then have to retract the statement later, you know, if he is found alive, right? They might say something about him, though. If anybody has seen anything, let them know. They might do something like that.
You spoke a lot of truths. Gave me a lot to
He did, didn't he, Bradley?
contemplate, to chew
He
on,
did. Ooh.
to internalize. I know what you're doing. You're playing a game of chess, right? So I couldn't rush into my next move. But that's all this is to you. It's a game, right? Yeah, you stand there with that stupid smug smirk. This is just a paycheck to you.
Ooh. Really?
I get it. I've said it before, I'll say it again. You are quite possibly the most talented person I've ever seen in a wrestling ring. But this isn't the life you wanted. This is the life you were handed. This was your backup plan.
Really?
So yeah, you're different than all those other superstars in the locker room. You are. Because you don't care.
Orton
You
doesn't
go to
care?
bed every night as a kid, dreaming of becoming WWE champion like I did. You didn't save up your allowance all month so you could go to the show at the end of the month like I did.
Okay. Yeah. So?
You didn't cry the night you won the Intercontinental Championship like I did, because to me, that meant
that's
I
fair.
was on a path to becoming one of the best workhorses in the history of this business.
That's fair.
And now, I can be considered one of them.
Yeah, yeah,
As a matter
you can.
of fact, I beat you for that title in 2004, didn't I?
Oh,
favorite
here we
matches,
go.
as a matter of
Peel the
fact.
layers back. All right.
And I know both of our skills have come a long way since
Are
then.
you kidding me? Cut it out. Are you done?
Shut your mouth! Because most importantly, you never had a career-ending injury. You never had to fight back for 9 years to get back here just to compete.
It's true.
You don't love the sport like I do, like the rest of that locker room does. So you can say to me, you can say the best wrestler didn't win at WrestleMania. You can say it until...
No. Are you going to accept my challenge or what? Stop it. Shut your mouth.
Yes, I accept your damn challenge.
There we go. Another match between them. The greatest wrestling match of all time. We'll see, but...
being spoken on both sides, but the bottom line...
All right, so there we go, everybody. I like that. That was actually a really good promo. It didn't need anything more than that. Edge was trying to deliver this long, drawn-out story, and Randy Orton's like, cut the crap, dude. I just want an answer, yes or no. Oh, Orton's laughing? Does Orton have something up his sleeve? I wonder. Do we maybe see some sort of moment where Randy Orton acknowledges Seth Rollins from their authority past, and maybe that leads to Seth Rollins stomping the head of Edge into the mat, allowing Randy Orton to pick up the win and move forward? Maybe. That's what I think is going to go down. I think Seth Rollins is going to get involved in this, and that is going to set up the SummerSlam match down the line. Yeah, that's what I think is going to happen. So, ladies and gentlemen, last Monday, especially after Seth Rollins just going after Rey Mysterio, you know, I wonder if they're going to start going in a direction of Seth Rollins attacking legends. You know, like, that could be a direction for Seth Rollins to go. He has taken out now Rey Mysterio. He seems like he is in this little bit of, like, split personality. Maybe that's going to be a good way to go with Seth Rollins. I love how last week also that brawl between Alistair Black and Buddy Murphy backstage was going on, and Seth Rollins just slowly walks out. Owens really wants that. You said that last time. Yeah, I know. I do want it, but I think it's actually the storyline that's going to happen. Here's Buddy and Seth. Think about it. They showed Seth Rollins right after an Edge segment.
I've had a revelation, Murphy.
Oh, a revelation?
I want to tell the world. Let's take a walk.
I wonder if that revelation includes an apology for Rey Mysterio. We'll find out next.
Interesting, ladies and gentlemen.
The Bundesliga returns on Sportsnet.
I am 100 Mitty. Welcome to the live stream, buddy. Welcome, my friend. It's great to have you. All right, so yeah, that is that's where we're at right now, ladies and gentlemen. I personally, Seth Rollins has recaptured my imagination during this time. I don't know about anybody else, but for me, let's take a step through time right here with Seth Rollins, because if we go back to end of 2018, start of 2019, I believe it was, that's when Seth Rollins and Dean Ambrose were tag team champions, correct? Correct me if I'm wrong right there. I don't want to go any further with this. Yes or no, right? Yes?
Let's keep it going, Canada.
Purchase your t-shirts and masks.
Yes? Okay, so I'm on the right timeline. So at the end of 2018, 2019, Seth Rollins, Dean Ambrose, tag team champions. The long build up to the reunited Shield, all that, you know. Then they built up towards Dean Ambrose exit. It just, there was always this connection to Seth Rollins and the Shield, right? Always, always, always. He was the man who split up the Shield. He was the man who was friends with Dean Ambrose. He was a man who tried to reconcile with Roman Reigns. They went all in with that, right? And they milked the Shield storyline dry to the point where Seth Rollins had no other direction to go other than just this clean-cut babyface who the fans happened to root for at the time. There was no other substance to his character, right? It was surrounded, his entire character was surrounded by the idea of getting the title back from Brock Lesnar and bringing it back into the hands of the people, right? Bringing it back onto Monday Night Raw, defending it each and every week. That was the whole point of the Seth Rollins storyline, you know, where he went on and takes that title away from Brock Lesnar. There was no substance to it, and as a result, the fans turned on him. You know, the fans just turned, and they turned slowly because the man started opening his mouth on Twitter, he started whining, and he started blindly defending the WWE product, which, you know, in this day and age, you can't really necessarily do. If you do, you're going to get shit on by a lot of people in the wrestling community, to say the least. But that natural progression of seeing Seth Rollins be the man who broke the Shield, if you think about it, the one thing that got Seth Rollins over during that time was the one thing he destroyed. There was no fan support for Seth Rollins for a long time. He was one of the most despised people. His laugh, his you know, that laugh and him with the authority. People despised Seth Rollins for a long time. And yeah, he started getting rooted for because his match quality was amazing. But there was no other substance to his character. And as a result, when he finally became that babyface with that crowning achievement moment, after that, there was no story for Seth Rollins. There was nothing for the fans to sink their teeth into. There was no real reason to root for this guy. There wasn't. Other than the fact that he had good match quality, and we were told to root for him. So all of a sudden, him going down that road of turning heel, slowly becoming the Monday Night Messiah, was one of the most important career changes for Seth Rollins. He needed to do it because fans were turning on him big time. And honestly, his character has been revived now. He has finally met what the true Monday Night Messiah character should feel like with the theme music. He's got his disciple and Murphy beside him. He's now wearing suits. He's kind of got like this split personality disorder. There is some very interesting layers to this character. I'm a fan of it. But let me ask you guys, are you a fan or are you not? Yes or no? Are you a fan of Seth Rollins? But let's get to a few donos right here because we've got ourselves a $5 from Leanne Phelps. Thank you, girl. She says, just got back from work. I am so tired, but it's okay. I'm going to enjoy the stream before I go to bed. Prayers that Shad gets found safe. Yeah, prayers towards him and his family. Hopefully everything is okay with Shad. We talked about him at the start of the show, and we'll probably bring up his photo and information at some point again here in the show. Some people a fan of Seth Rollins, not a ton. There's some mixed. You know what? There's some mixed reactions towards Seth Rollins. Interesting.
I just got back from work. I am so tired, but it's okay. I am going to enjoy this stream before I go to bed. Prayers that Shad gets found safe and sound.
Mm-hmm. Yep. Antonio Coleman then saying, thoughts on Murphy? Could he be in a better position in WWE? He's in a great position being alongside of Rollins right now.
Thoughts on Murphy?
Could always be put in a better position, but he's in a pretty damn good one right now. I love him.
You have to lose who you are to truly find yourself.
Okay.
Now, when I lost to Drew McIntyre at Money in the Bank, part of me believed that I had lost everything. I fell into a dark place, a place so dark I wasn't sure if I would ever escape. But without darkness, there can be no light. And I have seen the light, and I have seen it brighter than I have ever seen it before. And that is all thanks to one man.
Who? Rey Mysterio?
That is thanks to Rey Mysterio.
Okay.
Now, what happened to Rey Mysterio has been described by some as heinous and disgusting and unforgivable.
Huh. Is it?
And it has been described by others as an act of penance.
Big word.
Paid to me for Rey Mysterio's disbelief in the Monday Night Messiah, but I don't see it that way at all. The way I see it, what happened to Rey Mysterio was unfortunate, but necessary.
Okay.
A sacrifice for the greater good. It was the cathartic moment.
But you didn't remember what happened. You didn't know what happened.
I needed to be the leader.
Now you know what happened a week later?
Now I want to take this moment to speak to Rey Mysterio directly. Rey, I know you're at home with your family right now, and you're healing. And I know that you can't see it right now, but soon enough you will come to understand that what happened to you was a blessing in disguise.
Whoa.
And so
really?
I want to say this to you now, from the bottom of my heart, so that when we meet face to face again, it doesn't have to be said. Rey Mysterio, you're welcome.
What? Oh, Humberto Carrillo?
I don't even know where to begin with that.
You're welcome, Rey Mysterio? That's...
Anyone believes you? That you are
Oh, sorry, Humberto. Sorry, buddy.
About Rey? Rey, it's a hero to millions. And he's my idol. All that you are in this world, it's a coward.
Oh, okay. Wow. Humberto slides in the ring, and Murphy. Yeah, there we go. I was going to say.
Humberto, I appreciate what you're doing. I respect you coming out here and standing up for the honor of your idol, Rey Mysterio, a legend, a great human being. But if you're out here to fight me, I am clearly not dressed for the occasion. However, my disciple Murphy has a match later on tonight with Alistair Black. He is dressed for the occasion. And so if it is a fight you want right now, I'm sure my disciple here would be happy to oblige.
Well, there you go. Cool. So it looks like we're going to get Carrillo versus Buddy Murphy. It's going to be the first match of the evening. So what's that, 26 minutes in? We got our first commercial break, and then we're going to come back, and we're going to have our first match. So that's not too bad. We had two good promo segments to start out the show. Personally, I've really been enjoying WWE's promos. I know a lot of people, maybe not necessarily are fans of the no crowd shows, right? The fanless shows right now. But if there's been anything positive to take away during this time, is that the superstars, when they're not there talking to everybody in the audience, and they're talking directly to the camera, directly to the people at home, you know, us watching the show, it's better. You know, and I'm not sure if that's because we form more of a connection with the eye-to-eye contact, you know, staring right down the hard cam or whatever, but it certainly makes it feel like the promos mean more, like there is more passion behind the words they are saying. I don't know, maybe these professional superstars here, when you take away a crowd, it's just like promo class, and promo class is something they've been doing for a long-ass time, right? Maybe it's just promo class. It's just better, you know? Maybe this is just the simple fact that these are the best people in the world at cutting promos and getting you hyped up for a match. You know, whether you are a fan of AEW or WWE does contain the majority of the top tier talent in the world. And that means both in entertainment value and in-ring value. So the microphone work right now is excellent overall, especially from the people who are really good at cutting promos. Humberto Carrillo there, he was Humberto Carrillo. But Seth Rollins' promo work has been awesome. Randy Orton Edge to start off the show was pretty freaking good. Drew McIntyre's promo work, from previous weeks has been excellent. He is getting himself over as a top-tier star as well. So overall, I've been enjoying the overall feel of the shows, and I hope you guys are as well. We got a $5 dono here from Aled Thomas.
Con, do you think promos have been better since the empty arena shows started?
And yeah, we were just talking about that there, Aled. Thanks for your $5 dono, bud. I definitely do think they are good. Ultimate Football says, best promos in the world? That's sad. Oh, goodness me. Oh, my goodness. No way they are even close to guys in the 80s, 90s, and even in the 2000s. Did I say that? No, Ultimate Frisbee, or Football, I did not. I just chose a random sport right there, apparently. No, Ultimate Football, that is not what I said. I said currently the best promos in the world because, yeah, currently in 2020, no, the promos aren't as good as Stone Cold Steve Austin in 97. No, and that's not at all what I said. I'm saying that here in 2020, the people who are located in WWE, for the most part, are the top-tier microphone workers in the world. You got a handful of people in AEW who would be able to go word for word with them in WWE, but majorly speaking here, people in WWE do have the best promos in the world. For the most part. It is not exclusively WWE, but for the most part, right? Cornette can out-talk any of these guys. That's fine, right? Cornette's not hired by WWE, and Cornette honestly has some backward-ass views that I have not agreed with in a long time. He's got some things that he says that are certainly accurate with the wrestling world, but he is also so behind in so many ways, and it's so sad because Jim Cornette, he once had such a forward-thinking mind for the business, but now he is straight up locked in his golden eras in the past, and he's not willing to evolve with the business anymore. So it's unfortunate that Jim Cornette, has not evolved with the time, and he's become bitter through his time because he's not really employed by a major wrestling company. Yeah, sure, he gets jobs here and there, but he's a little bitter right now, and, it shows with some of the words that he says. It's becoming very obvious that his middle name, James's first name, Jim Cornette, he's actually known as James, and his middle name is Mark, and it's starting to really show. Anyways, here, we got ourselves a matchup between Humberto Carrillo and Buddy Murphy right now. I know, he criticized Becky for being pregnant, and that's just that says all you need to know, that he is behind with the times here in 2020. Oh yeah, he said something super controversial about Becky Lynch, and you know what? At this point, we don't even need to really mention it because Jim Cornette, if he's going to share those thoughts publicly about a woman getting pregnant and saying that, hey, you probably shouldn't get pregnant while you're making $1 million a month, and that your husband, Seth Rollins, is going to be pissed off that, instead of making $1 million a month, you're going to have a baby. Yeah, I am sure that Seth Rollins and Becky Lynch, two attractive people making a crap ton of money together, are not super ecstatic about the fact that they just got engaged and they have a baby on the way. Come on, Jim, give your head a shake. Con, be careful what you say. Jim might hurt your feelings on his stupid little podcast. That's okay. If Jim wishes to give me even a moment of time on his podcast, then you know what? That means what I am saying actually carries some weight with him. So James, I hope that you heard what I had to say there, because you need to get with the times, man. This is coming from a 24, almost 25-year-old saying that you are well behind the times. I know you came from a golden era of wrestling, and I appreciate what the previous people in wrestling did for us here to get the business to where it is. But dude, evolve with it, okay? Becky Lynch is allowed to have a baby. She's allowed to. It is what it is, though. So let's get these guys up on the screen. Humberto Carrillo. Hey, Seth Rollins just watching Carrillo. I wonder if they're going to do a similar thing. If Carrillo ends up attacking Rollins on the outside. Oh, no way. Carrillo is down. Did Murphy just pick up the win? Count of 2. It's over. Rollins with a minor distraction, allowing Humberto Carrillo to lose. You know what? Hey, I'm okay with that one. Oh, yeah, Led Thomas, yeah, and he said something about Dana Brooks' looks, you know, and he's outspoken, and, you know, it's okay to have an opinion. But here's the big thing, you know, if he's like me, and he doesn't see no, this is not fair to say it that way. If he's like me and he doesn't necessarily see a ton of value in Dana Brooke. Oh, V-trigger knee to Humberto Carrillo. If he doesn't see a ton of value in Dana Brooke, that's fine. You can straight up say, hey, I don't enjoy this performer's work. I don't think I see a ton of drawing power from this individual. Right? Oh, Alistair Black out here for the save, and he's going right after Humberto Carrillo. Or, sorry, Buddy Murphy, I should say, not Humberto. And now just some right hands there to the face of Buddy Murphy. Sends him back inside the ring. And Alistair Black is brawling here with Murphy. Ducks underneath the clothesline. Ducks underneath the punch again. But Rollins in high-tailing. And he gets out of there. He just gets out of there, man.
Last week, Seth Rollins cleared himself from the chaos while Murphy had to handle his own business.
Okay, so basically what I'm saying here is it's okay if you are not a fan of somebody, you know, it's okay if you're not a fan of someone's in-ring work and you don't like their character. It's another thing to directly attack how they look. Dude, this is wrestling. I know you hate it when they say that wrestling it's just wrestling, because wrestling is your life. It's the most important thing in your life. I get it, dude. It's probably one of the most important things in my life. Not the most important, but it's one of the most important things, and I get it. But it also is not life and death, and you don't got to go attacking people, individuals, the actual individuals, based off looks. Come on.
I got here, there were fingerprint smudges on my crown. No one bowed down, no one opened the door. If I want food, they expect me to go from that building over to this building and get it myself. Do you understand I'm the king? Do you understand how important I am? Do you think I get my own food? What's going on Raw? Is this how you treat your Raw superstars? No, I don't actually want an answer from you. What I want is for you to fix it, to make things right. So we're going to talk about what you're going to do in the match here tonight. Do you understand me? Okay, so where we're going to go is...
Stream the miniseries Legends and Moments on Sportsnet now.
All right. So the king is not happy. CCSYT says, you're not streaming Impact and NWA tomorrow. Not tomorrow, okay, but here's the thing. So where we are at right now is we were in the process of moving the Conman universe from a live series to a pre-recorded series. And that has been really well received. I'm actually super proud of how that's turned out over the last few weeks. However, we are now moving in a direction of trying to manage our time a little bit better. It has taken up more time since I have moved away from a live streaming series to a pre-recorded. Now that's okay, I don't mind having more time put into this, but with more time going into it, I'm not going to be able to have the third show. I'm not going to be able to have CMU Dark anymore. So once I manage that entirely, okay, once we figure out the proper way to record Monday Night Con and Wednesday Night Bob and get them up in a very consistent fashion, so probably just another week or two at most, then we are going to be able to reintroduce the fun live streams on Tuesday. We're going to be able to reintroduce Impact Wrestling. We might even be able to get NWA in there as well. I don't know exactly how my Tuesdays are going to look because I still have to figure all the actual timing out, you know, when I need to be live from, when I need to record stuff, when I need to prep, you know, all those things. Once I have an actual timeline sat down, figured out, ladies and gentlemen, Tuesdays are going to be a ton of fun. We're going to have so much great content here. We're going to have so much great content coming in the future. So I'm looking forward to it. We are getting really, really close to having having the time to truly put in here on the channel with some more stuff with you guys. So yeah, fun live streams on Tuesday is going to be a great time. Whether we do NWA, because here's the thing that we could technically do, ladies and gentlemen. And it's not something that I want to truly do on a consistent basis, but there is the ability to go from, let's say, 5:30, we could start, okay, 5:30 p.m., and we could be live for a half hour, and then we would be live at 6:05 at the same time. So this would just be one solid live stream, okay? So let's say 5:30. We're live at 5:30. Then all of a sudden NWA comes on at 6:05 and we switch on over to NWA and we start watching NWA. And that lasts for about an hour, you know. And then on Tuesdays, AEW Dark is from 7 until 7:30, I'm pretty sure. Okay, so we could be live from 5:30 till 7:30, watching those shows. Have another half hour in there to play like a little fun game, you know, some Quiplash or something like that, or watch a show or whatever, right? And then come 8 o'clock, Impact Wrestling, and then we could be live from 8 until 10 as well. So it could necessarily be a 5:30 till 10 p.m. live stream. Now, I don't want to do that all the time because that is a ton of time to be live on a Tuesday, and we will see if that is going to be a thing that I can consistently do. But for sure, what I would like to do is I would like to introduce the live streams, the fun live streams during the day on Tuesday, and then move into Impact Wrestling for sure later on from 8 until 10 p.m. That's what I would like to do. Baby steps, though, bringing the fun live streams because that has been the #1 most requested thing on this channel for a little bit, and then reintroduce more content after that, right? I'd rather you do NWA than AEW Dark. Well, okay, good to know. Here's Liv Morgan.
My mom is my hero. She didn't have a job or much of a savings account or resume, but one thing she had that really stuck with me was determination. My mom never quit, and I am my mother's daughter. A couple weeks ago, I had a match with 12-time champion Charlotte Flair. You know, Charlotte Flair, the pride and joy of WWE. And did I win? No. But did I learn? Yes. And what did I learn? I learned that I am just like my mother. Okay. And I am determined that one day I will become Raw Women's Champion.
Well, Liv Morgan, part of a growing list of superstars who want to get their hands on the queen, but I'll just say this, be careful what you wish for.
Interesting. That's different. I like that they're starting to expose more character for Liv Morgan. But I don't know. Is that the right call for the Liv Morgan character? Shedding tears on... You know what I mean? Is that the right call to start the tears right now? You know, not necessarily do tears lead to a good babyface push, right? You got to make sure that it stays in line with their character, and I'm not going to sit here and say that Liv Morgan's character is going to be ruined by having her cry, but got to make sure that, you know, we're not taking we're not taking kind of her mystique away at the same time by humanizing her, right? Even though humanizing is good for a babyface, it's not always the best direction, right? We got some donos over here, though. Jason Barker, how you doing, my friend? He says, sup, con man, how's it hanging? Well, it's hanging pretty low, if you know what I mean. Can't believe I just said that. It's going pretty good, buddy. Thanks for stopping by, my friend. I appreciate the $10 dono. Aw, yeah. Oh, what's the Discord for, buddy? It's a place where you guys can chat with your friends. You know, everybody here in the live chat are over in the Discord as well. There's a bunch of little hubs to continue to learn what this channel has. It has a Conman Universe hub. We are going to have the ability to talk to you guys live on Tuesday shows in the future. It's a great place to join. All right, my friend? Bow down to the king.
Sup, Conman? How is it hanging?
Hardest worker on all three brands.
I think you might have missed it there, Aled, but yes, we do have a new boss. His name is Aled Thomas, my friends.
And just recently, a special guest superstar on Friday Night SmackDown. Actually, in fact, Bayley and her sidekick, Sasha Banks, challenged me to a champion versus champion match. And I accepted the challenge. I mean, I'm actually extremely excited. because I get to teach Bayley that there are even levels to being a champion. So now, Ruby Riott.
Ooh.
I know there is something that you are dying to say to me because I know everyone has an opinion about the Queen, Charlotte Flair. So please come out here and tell me what you have to say.
And here comes Ruby Riott. Interesting. So Ruby Riott, I believe, last wrestled on Main Event, and she wrestled against Bianca Belair, where she lost to Bianca Belair. So this is interesting. A kind of change of pace right here with Ruby Riott coming down. Not sure if they're trying to lay into the fact that, you know, she's got a connection to Liv Morgan or not, but yeah, Ruby Riott is here. Thank you so much there, Charles Wright. I appreciate it, my friend. He says, made my universe on 2K19, tried at 2K20, it crashed. Yeah, 2K20 sucks, man. Sucks real bad. Ruby Riott. Staring down Charlotte Flair right now. Oh, it's just a stare down? Okay. And we're going to get the axe throwing tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, I don't care who says what about this. Last week's basketball segment between the Viking Raiders and the Street Profits was incredibly entertaining. I don't care what you say. You are not going to change my mind on this. That was incredibly entertaining. It was fun. It was goofy. It wasn't taking them seriously. I don't believe it buries either team because it's just for fun. I think the axe throwing tonight is going to be incredibly fun as well. It made me laugh, and if you can make me laugh, you entertain me. I don't care in which way, how it's done. If you make me laugh, you are entertaining me. And I loved that segment last week. It was so funny. It was so funny. I enjoyed every second of it. Casey Wood, how you doing, my friend? He says, does that mean the Lumberjack is back on Wednesday night, Bob? Yes, sir, it does. So we will once again make all of the rosters known on the Discord server. I believe they're actually up to date right now, if you'd like to check them out. And that will be then on your exclusive brand, minus, of course, the women's division and the tag team division, because that can flip-flop back and forth in the CMU. So thank you, my friend, for that $5 dono. You guys are rolling in here today. That's what I like to see. Thank you so much, everybody, for all of the support. Remember, if you have not done so, make sure you slap a like on this video. Also making sure you are subscribed to the channel. Great to hear there, Kimmy.
Does that mean the Lumberjack is back on Wednesday night, Bob?
Hell yeah, it does. And with that, my friend, you have become a one-time Boss Battle champ, I believe? I believe so, ladies and gentlemen, because we've got ourselves a new boss. His name is Casey Wood, one-time Boss Battle champion. And then right after that, we had ourselves a $20 dono from Jason Barker. Thank you, my friend. He says, I saw Jon Moxley at my work today. Well, that's pretty neat. Where do you work there, Jason Barker? Why was Jon Moxley at your work today? You know what? I'm going to say right now, if Jon Moxley was at your work, my friend, that is absolutely glorious. I won't give in till I'm victorious. There you go.
I saw Jon Moxley at my work today.
Woo! Shifty Sway, how you doing? He says, Con, did you hear The Fiend was supposed to have a big entrance at Mania with someone singing his theme and more? I didn't hear that, but I can believe it. I can believe it. Okay, can anybody else sit here and say how amazing wrestling is going to be after this pandemic is all done here? It would be, I think the pops are going to be like so loud. The first episode of Monday Night Raw with a full house allowed, like a legitimate full house allowed, not these like phase 1, phase 2, phase 3, whatever releases going on. A legitimate full crowd show, you know, in a year's time or whatever it may be. The pops for superstars are going to be out of this world, man. Going to be so damn good. I cannot wait to hear those, because we will get back to it, right? We absolutely will get back to it. There's no question the world will recover. we will get back to live sporting events. We will get back to live entertainment. But here's the thing. During this time, I've been, you know, I know I was outspoken on WWE with them releasing the superstars and deciding to continue their product during the pandemic and all that. And, you know, at the time when this was all just starting, it was, nobody had a clue what was going on. And there was a lot of outrage towards companies and how they were acting and how they were handling all of this, you know. Well, I still don't believe WWE has handled this perfectly. I believe they have evolved and managed it better over time. The layoffs and the cuts of the jobs still don't sit well with me, and basically still forcing their performers to go into work, even though they're not forced to go into work. They're almost forced to go into work, because if they don't, they're going to have that anything taken away, either their position or a title if you're Sami Zayn, you know. So I'm not 100% behind WWE during this time, but I will say this much. It's a lot better of a feeling watching WWE now than it was a month ago. Felt kind of scummy with WWE a month ago, just to say the least. Jason Barker, how you doing, my friend? He says coffee shop. Dude, that's sweet. Yeah, I've actually heard John Moxley is a fairly big coffee fan, is he not? Same with like Seth Rollins. Doesn't like Seth Rollins own his own like coffee shop in Davenport, Iowa or something like that as well? That's pretty neat though, man. Pretty neat. Jason Barker, thanks for the $5 on top of that, buddy.
Coffee shop.
All right, so Charlotte Flair here versus Ruby Riott. This should be a decent match. I mean, it's going to go to Charlotte Flair, right? That's who's going to get the win here. It would be very weird if Ruby Riott picked up a win over Charlotte, but, you know. Thank you so much, everybody, for all the support. And let's head on over to twitter.com right now and ask you guys who is going to win this match. So this is only our second matchup of the evening. The first one that we had was Murphy versus Humberto Carrillo. This should be a little bit longer of a matchup. What do you guys think is the potential for Ruby Riott? I think she's got a ton of potential as a heel champion. I think if built up correctly, Ruby Riott could be really good. But also, here's the thing. I think Ruby Riott, if you wanted to pair Ruby Riott and Shotzi Blackheart as a tag team and put them in the tag team division, future tag team champions. Very entertaining duo. I would love to see the two of them mesh in the ring. So yeah, if I was WWE, I would be taking a look at Shotzi Blackheart in NXT, and I'd be taking a look at Ruby Riott and trying to find a way to pair them together. I think it'd be really good. Oh, nice senton there from Riott. Into the cover. Count of one, count of two, kick out by Charlotte Flair. WWE RAW. You think Liv Morgan is going to take the NXT Women's Championship away from Charlotte? Interesting. I'm not against that. You know, I have been saying that it feels like the NXT Women's Championship has been somewhat treated like a mid-card championship over the last little bit with Charlotte. So, maybe. Who will win? Either Ruby, Riott, or Charlotte Flair. There we go, guys. Head on over to twitter.com/Conman167.
Look at the power of Flair. Riott trying to hold on to the
Oh yeah. Hang on.
She's blocking that submission. Great grip now by Charlotte Flair. Look at the strength.
Yeah, didn't Charlotte Flair basically say that Ruby Riott had something to say to her? And then there was no promo cut after that? Yeah, what the heck happened there? Charlotte Flair literally called her down for a promo, and Ruby Riott didn't cut a promo. That's weird. Huh. Okay. Oh, Ruby giving her a little bit of that, like, come on here. It's been 51 minutes and they had 2 matches. That's like WrestleMania week before. It's nothing but promos. I wish they would bring back the Vault run, a couple old matches from the 80s or 90s. I see what you're saying, bud, but to be quite honest, I'm really enjoying how WWE is building up their current product right now. Their stars on Monday Night Raw are being built up really well. I cannot complain with the show. And Ruby Riott taps out here to the figure 8. Yeah, I legitimately cannot complain with the show recently. It's been good. They are focusing on their own stars. They are focusing on creating stars for tomorrow and using the stars that they have at their disposal right now to make the show as entertaining as possible. Honestly, Monday Night Raw has been killing it for me. I've really enjoyed the overall feel to Raw. I just have, you know, from Asuka now becoming the women's champion, the lead up to Money in the Bank, the actual Money in the Bank event itself. I've enjoyed Monday Night Raw a shit ton over the last month and a half. I think it's been arguably the best product Monday Night Raw has been in probably 2 years, and that's a weird thing to say. Here's Bobby Lashley.
Against our truth, but really what everybody...
Excuse me. I'm sorry. I was just passing by. And Lashley and I have been talking man to man, and we will not be doing business together. Because right now Lashley's attention is focused on clowns like our truth and his wife, the lovely Lana.
Whoa.
Hold on, excuse me, hold it. Can I have just a moment, please? Listen, I don't want to feel the effects of that full Nelson. I saw firsthand what it did to our truth. But what would happen if you put that full Nelson on a WWE?
They're definitely building up towards a Brock Lesnar versus Bobby Lashley, MVP versus Paul Heyman on the microphone sort of deal. That's what they're doing.
But obviously you're cool with that, right? I mean, you don't need a big, beautiful WWE Championship to sling over your shoulder because you've already got trophies, right? That beautiful trophy wife of yours. Oh, man. I'm not trying to cause trouble between you and your wife, and I don't even want anything from you. I just want you to think. When is Lashley gonna free Lashley? Think about that. Maybe I'll see you out there later.
Free Lashley. Yep, that's where they're going with it. Cool. That is absolutely where they are heading, and I am all for it. You guys know my thoughts on the whole Brock Lesnar Bobby Lashley situation. It is too much of... It is one of those matches that you can sell to a casual fan, and I do not understand why WWE has not taken the advantage of it yet. I'm still shocked that when Bobby Lashley and Lio Rush were partnered together, that never turned into a Paul Heyman versus Lio Rush on the microphone and a Brock Lesnar versus Bobby Lashley thing. Can you imagine how over Lio Rush and Bobby Lashley would have got by being head-to-head on the microphone with Paul Heyman and Brock Lesnar? Talk about a star-elevating experience. Now, the same effect can definitely be there, and it can be done really well with MVP on the microphone and Paul Heyman on the microphone, right? Those are going to be beautiful war of words back and forth. And Bobby Lashley honestly doesn't have to speak. He doesn't have to do much. MVP can do all the talking. And honestly, I think Brock Lesnar versus Bobby Lashley is one of those matches that you can put on for a non-title, and it could be SummerSlam. It could be one of those big-time matches that sells to the casual fans, and you need more matches that are going to sell to casual fans. Bobby Lashley's got that name value, you know. People remember Bobby Lashley from 2007 onwards. Maybe it was a little bit later than that, or I can't remember exactly when Bobby Lashley came into WWE, but you know, he's been around. People know the name Bobby Lashley. He's got a bit of a legitimate side to him as well, with him being a part of I think it was Bellator MMA. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe he fought in Bellator. You know, he's got some legitimate fighting skills to him, and I think that could really sell well with a ton of casual fans. 99% positive it's in Lashley's contract he gets a match with Lesnar. CCSYT, if you don't mind, would you be able to somehow send us that contract that you're positive about, buddy? I don't think any of us have access to Lashley's contract. It would just be pure speculation, right? And unless you do have that contract on hand, I don't think we should be saying that. 99%, even if we can take a look at it, right, buddy? We never know what WWE actually has adjusted with a contract or whatnot. But I think you're probably right. He wants the match for sure. I'm sure it was in discussions and trying to get Bobby Lashley there. But I don't believe it's written right in there. Guaranteed match against Brock Lesnar, because they can't guarantee that, right? They can say they'd like to give him the match, but they can't guarantee it. Glenn Cross says, I don't understand why Monday night chats are more tension than Wednesday and Friday streams. I think only if we focus on it, you know. I've seen a few little posts here in the chat today. Some people do certainly like to argue, but if you just try to ignore it and focus on the people who do generally bring a positive vibe into the live streams, then, you know, you're going to be far more happy with the live chat. That's the way that I look at it. You know, I try to gloss my eyes over the things that are just eye-rolling, and I'm like, oh my god, guys, this is not the time and place sort of deal, right? Luis Batista says, Brock Lesnar versus Bobby Lashley should be a legit fight like UFC style, like they did with Owen Hart versus Ken Shamrock many years ago back in 1998 fully loaded pay-per-view. I get that, but here's the thing. You don't ever want to reintroduce shoot fights to the WWE, okay? Because WWE fans, if they're not there to watch the legitimate fighting, right? Some people might be, and you might attract MMA fans if you have legitimate fighting in WWE, but you got to remember there is literally an entire sport out there called mixed martial arts that you can watch people legitimately fight, right? You can watch just behemoths of individuals go up against each other who are trained properly, who have put in the proper camps for that fight. You know, it's their livelihood. They're fighting for that dollar bill, as opposed to in WWE there's always going to be that overlying sense of like, okay, what story can we tell, right? I still love wrestling, but shoots that different. Yeah, it's just, you know what, for me, shoots inside of wrestling probably shouldn't happen. You know, there like I just said, there is a place out there called the UFC, called Bellator, called mixed martial arts, if you want to fight that direction, you know. Absolutely. All good. I'm just reading through some comments right here. Con, which show is better on a consistent basis, Raw or Dynamite? That's a good question. Are we talking about present stuff or as like a whole body of work? If we're talking about a whole body of work, Monday Night Raw, you know, because it's got, what, 15 years? Or, not 15 years. How many years has Raw been on the air now? Many years, right? And it's got so many great moments that everybody references throughout the years, right? If we're talking about current present day, since the start of incarnation of AEW and the start of Monday Night Raw coinciding with AEW, I'm going to go ahead and say that AEW shows have been slightly more consistent than Monday Night Raw since the incarnation of AEW, okay? I think the early days in AEW were weird, to say the least, and I think they started hitting their stride shortly after the feud with Moxley and Jericho began. I'm going to go ahead and say that was kind of the major turning point. You know, the incarnation of the tag team championships with Kenny Omega and Hangman Page and their storyline. That's kind of when AEW started really, really putting together great shows. And, yeah, I'm going to go ahead and say AEW just by a slight margin. But here's the Street Profits. Oh.
Get out of the way!
Oh no! Oh no.
Street Profits, today you are our guests and my friends who've been on a quest for smoke. We prepared a gift for you. We give you the smoke.
Smoke, 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 smoke.
Yo,
we say we want the smoke, we don't mean literally.
You're really not going to accept a gift from a bunch of Vikings with axes?
There you go.
Ivar, show them how it's done.
Oh, dead center.
Dogs, I don't know, man. Let's look out our element. I think we should forfeit. Let's go. Let's go. We should forfeit.
Nah, fam. We got this.
Ooh. It's time for the celebration of Asuka, ladies and gentlemen.
Tonight, we celebrate Asuka! Miss Money in the Bank, my partner, my friend, and the new champion, Asuka.
I'm excited. It's a celebration.
So here comes the new women's champion. So, what do you guys think? Do you like the fact that they just awarded the women's championship to Asuka like that? Thumbs up or thumbs down? That's all I need to know in the live chat right now. Do you guys like it or not? So now we got to start taking a look at the potential direction that they are moving in. Logic would dictate it should be Shayna Baszler versus Asuka, right? But do you think they maybe try to bide some time before that match? Do they maybe go a Nia Jax versus Asuka? You know, I'm not a big fan of Nia Jax, obviously. She botches all the time, but maybe it's a Nia Jax versus Asuka. I don't know. Maybe they turn Kairi. Why would they turn Kairi, though? Would they turn her face? Would they turn Asuka face and then have Kairi be the heel? I don't know. Here's Asuka, ladies and gentlemen.
Raw Women's Champion! I can't believe it! I can't believe it! But all about you. Because
that was oddly sexual.
You have been the NXT Women's Champion, the SmackDown Women's Champion, WWE Women's Tag Team Champion,
Grand Slam Champion,
and now the Raw Women's Champion. Nessa, あともう一つ。You are a Grand Slam Champion! Grand Slam Champion!
Grand Slam Champion! A recorder?
Aw, come on. Just get started. Get this over now. Nia Jax crashing Asuka's championship celebration.
What the frick was that?
We were wondering what Nia Jax...
Oh, what in the hell was that?
Apparently Nia Jax can plan on
It's Nia Jax, so it looks like we're going to get Nia Jax and Asuka here. So Conman kind of calls it there, so it looks like they're probably going to save the Shayna Baszler-Asuka match for a better time, unless Shayna adds herself into the fray here just a little bit. She might. Here's Nia.
Seriously? Seriously. There's nothing to celebrate. You were handed, literally handed, the Raw Women's title from Becky Lynch because she can't fight anymore. You get that? Let me break it down for you, Asuka. Becky is on maternity leave. That means you lucked your way into the greatest temp job ever. And soon you will be replaced by someone far more worthy of that championship. Me. I mean, look at me. And look at you. There's only one way this goes down when we get in the ring. And when I become Raw Women's Champion, you best believe we're going to have ourselves a real party. Chill, bro.
Oh, okay. Asuka's attacking Nia. Okay. I guess Asuka's just unloading on Nia here. Yeah, get her, Asuka. Get her, Asuka. Hang on. Is Kairi going to turn here? Hang on. Nice hip attack there to Nia Jax. Is Kairi going to turn? Is Kairi going to turn? Don't think so. Nope, doesn't look like, ladies and gentlemen. So, Nia Jax and Asuka having a little bit of a stare down here. And that looks like it's the next rivalry, so... I mean, I wasn't necessarily hoping for a turn, but the way that they had Kairi Sane positioned behind Asuka certainly made me believe they might do something like that. It might also have been one of those moments where WWE was teasing to see if people would potentially be receptive of a feud between Asuka and Kairi. I would. Here's King Corbin, though. Bow down.
The inaugural Brand to Brand Invitational, you will be facing WWE Champion Drew McIntyre. Seeing how dominant Drew has been during his time here on Monday Night Raw, are you having any doubts?
Any doubts? Come on, Charlie. Drew might be WWE Champion, but he's no king. And look, people need to understand something. I'm not being forced into this match. I chose Drew. I know Drew better than anybody. I carried him for over a year.
Ooh.
I know what makes him tick, and I know how to get under his skin. But Drew, he is very dangerous. He beat the beast Brock Lesnar for the WWE Championship. And that's really all you have to say about that. But he still has the ability to make mistakes. He still has the ability to slip up. And tonight I'm going to take advantage of every single one of those mistakes, and I will beat Drew McIntyre tonight. And then the next time I climb into the ring with Drew, it will be in the main event of WrestleMania, and I will take his WWE Championship.
What?
The WWE Champion heard every word from his former ally, but times have changed.
What? That didn't make a ton of sense, did it? Why was he bringing up WrestleMania? Yeah, does anybody not have a freaking clue what the hell King Corbin was talking about? I'm gonna go ahead and say he meant Backlash, or was he already talking about next year at WrestleMania? What in the world? Let's go to Twitter, because I don't really understand what the hell did Corbin just say. I wonder if anybody's going to be able to decipher that over here on Twitter. Let's just take a look at hashtag WWE RAW with the latest tweets. Yeah, what in the hell? Guys, honestly, not a clue what Corbin was trying to say. Okay, well, I mean, hey, you know, if King Corbin's looking all the way ahead to next year at WrestleMania, that's what he's doing. I legit don't know what the point of that whole promo was, because he's facing Drew McIntyre here tonight. And if it's long-term booking, it's long-term booking, but that's a, let's see here. Steve Taylor says, he said the next time I'm in the main event with Drew, it'll be at Mania when I take the title, so he's looking far, I guess. So King Corbin's all, dude, maybe you could say, hey, next time that we face each other, it's going to be for your title in the main event, and I'm going to become the champion. No, maybe he wants to look all the way ahead to next year's WrestleMania, but that's a little weird. But ladies and gentlemen, welcome here to the live stream. If you have not done so, please make sure you smack a like on this video. Also making sure you are subscribed to the channel. You can see your name pop up over there on the top left-hand side of the screen. And if you guys really enjoy what I do here, you can always drop a little donation. Doesn't matter how much or how little. Any little bit is appreciated. The Pickle is asking me, is Nia Jax a good heel because she gets legit heel heat? Okay. In theory, Nia Jax is a good heel because she makes us hate her. In theory. The reason why we hate her is because she sucks as a professional wrestler, not because we don't like her character. To be quite honest, I think Nia Jax's character is phenomenal. A big girl, unlike anybody we've really seen before, a fairly big girl who can talk on the microphone and is an imposing figure who is also beautiful. You know, it's not very common in WWE to see a female with the stature of Nia Jax. You know, honestly, she's got a great character with a great gimmick. The thing is, she sucks in the ring, and she's very unsafe in the ring, and I'm always scared for the performers every time they are in there with Nia Jax. You know, I don't care really how much she has progressed. She has still found a way to botch fairly regularly in her matches. And this is coming from a person, once again, who does not have any in-ring experience. So I'm not going to sit here and say that what they do in the ring is easy, not by a long shot. I think it's probably one of the most difficult things in the world to do, to be quite honest. To work safely with your opponent, but make everybody believe you are actually hurting them. It's a tough thing to do. Just the fact of the matter is, she's not at the level she needs to be performing in front of this many people with some people who are worth millions of dollars. You know, what if God forbid, think about this. When she punched Becky Lynch's nose and all that blood came down out of Becky Lynch's nose, God forbid, what if Becky Lynch couldn't wrestle again for some reason because of that? I know it's just a broken nose, but what if? Hey, the KO show is going to be tonight, and he's going to be hosting the trio of good-looking men, Andrade, Angel Garza, and Austin Theory. The Triple A's.
What's up?
What's up?
I'm going to tell you what's up. My cousin Pretty Ricky told me over the last few weeks, Bobby Lashley has been a bad man. Let's roll the tape. When is Lashley gonna let Lashley out? That's a rhetorical question. Don't answer that. I gotta go get ready for my match. Just think about it. Marinate on that.
So later on in the night, R-Truth had defeated MVP in a six-man tag team match when the Almighty made his presence felt. Bobby Lashley obliterating R-Truth with a spear, and Bobby Lashley wasn't done there as MVP made it back up to his feet, applying this full Nelson we've seen in recent weeks, and MVP got into the mix as well.
Ooh, big boot.
We need to go talk. And at the expense of R-Truth, clearly a budding partnership between Lashley and MVP.
Neat.
I do not want Bobby to put me in Nelson from The Simpsons again.
What?
You know what? My childhood hero, John Cena, he would never give up when it come to facing a mean man like Bobby Lashley. And never will I.
Okay.
Just like never will I give up on getting my baby back. Tom Brady?
Oh my God, you said Tom Brady again.
I hope you watch it what I'm about to do to Bobby Lashley. Because when I'm done with him, I'm going to find you. I'm going to sack you. And I'm going to win back my 24/7, 48/7, 7-Eleven, I-95 South. Max out my 401k championship.
Oh my God.
Yeah, I said it.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh no, ladies and gentlemen. The trash man is here, and he's here to take out the trash. So Bobby Lashley versus R-Truth here tonight. Can we just sit here and say for a moment how damn good R-Truth is? Seriously. There is not a person, I think, that you could say over the last decade that has found a way to keep himself as relevant as R-Truth has. Meanwhile, without capturing literally any major gold during that time. Yeah, he had the US Championship reign for a tiny little bit with Carmella there. But other than that, you know, he has not been in the focus of any championship picture in a long-ass time other than the 24/7 championship as well. And he has still found a way to constantly create entertaining moments week in and week out. He is so damn good. What's up? Oh, it's Lil Ricky! Pretty Ricky!
You wanna fight me? Come on, Bobby. What you got, Bobby? Can you suck and jive, Bobby? What you got? Come on, Bobby. Debo Bobby Lashley. Come on.
Pretty Ricky.
Oh,
Oh, R-Truth takes his teeth out. And then a right hand there to Bobby Lashley. So all of a sudden it's Pretty Ricky versus Bobby Lashley. R-Truth goes for a nice little move there, and he just gets slammed into the barricade. Okay. And that's about where we're going to be there. So the trash man lifts Pretty Ricky up on his shoulders, and he's going to walk around the outside of the ring. So, yeah, sorry, ladies and gentlemen, if you're a fan of R-Trizzle, you're about to be disappointed because he just got rammed into that post there, and it's not looking good for Pretty Ricky, R-Truth, R-Trizzle, whatever you want to call him. Only a matter of time, though, before we see a segment, I'm sure, with Tom Brady and Rob Gronkowski. Only a matter of time, right? But thank you, my friend. Oh, just slapping him across the side of the head. Well, that's not very fair. The one thing that's not entertaining about Truth, in my opinion. What, the Pretty Ricky stuff? That's a fair statement. It's his least entertaining thing, in my opinion. Oh, a big clothesline, and down goes Trizzle. And I think we're about to build up the full Nelson lock here. A couple knees to the midsection there of R-Truth. And here comes the full Nelson lock. R-Truth caught in it. And yeah. Oh my God, there's the full Nelson slam as well. Is that the setup, ladies and gentlemen? Oh my God, he's got it locked in again. Just manhandling R-Truth here. Look at the grip he's got in it, and R-Truth has to tap out. Yikes. Very, very neat little piece of information here. Bobby Lashley was the man who broke the Master Lock Challenge. Remember Chris Masters? Bobby Lashley was the man to break the Master Lock Challenge. And there's MVP in the background just clapping away. Just clapping. MVP is a definite fan of Bobby Lashley. Damn, man. I forgot your last two donos. Did I totally, Jason Barker? No. Did I? Let me see here, man. I might have. Yeah, sorry, dude. Okay, let me roll a $5 dono right now as well on top. You know what? Let's roll a $15 one. Okay there, buddy? How about that? Let's get a $15 dono for Jason Barker right here. My bad, man. I totally did forget to run your previous two donations. I'm so sorry, buddy. But let's roll it. 15 big ones here from Jason Barker right after this segment with Lana. And why is she snapping?
Good grief, man. Lana's lost it. Lana,
go back to TikTok. Why are you so mad?
Well, meanwhile, Asuka, the new Raw
and here's Asuka and
Kairi
Kairi
Sane celebrating despite the actions of Nia Jax during Asuka's championship celebration. Nice to see the Kabuki Warriors in good spirits.
Oh, and Nia just watches in the background. Wait a second. Is she going to take out Kairi? Oh, no. Oh, no. Kairi's in big trouble. Kairi's in big trouble. All right, Jason Barker, now it's time to bask in your glory. It's basking season.
Oh, bask in his glory, for he is limitless.
Throw him up. There you go. Knock it out of the park. Thank you so much, my friend, for your $15 dono. Hey, 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 hey. Oh, bask in his glory, for he is limitless.
You forgot my last 2 donos.
I apologize, buddy. I do. But remember, ladies and gentlemen, if you have not done so, please make sure you smack a like on this video. Also, making sure you are subscribed to the channel. Let's see what we've got over here on Twitter, because some people are saying some tweets are funny here. Heel Smart says, I am so sorry, but I couldn't resist. Oh, no. There's a con face right there. Yep. That's a con meme. That's a con meme right there. Yeah. Can I replicate the face? What do you guys say? I'm trying to replicate the face. It's not happening. I tried. I tried. Almost. Oh my, thanks for sending that there, buddy. Cade over here says, Con, I found somebody who said the Fiend will race Joe or Owens at No Mercy for the Uni Champ. Okay. Kyle Cruz asking me, when will your chill stream be? Once again, my friend, you might have missed earlier, so I will run through one more time here. We are, I say we because I talk about us as a community, but I've been really trying to figure out a way to manage the Conman universe and to introduce more content to you guys. I've got stuff I want to record with the Botch guy, but I need to figure out time to do that. I want to bring in those fun live streams, but I need time to do that. I want to reintroduce the Impact live streams, but I need time to do that. So it's been a lot of management of time recently and figuring out how I can work the Conman universe, what I needed to drop from the channel in order to add more content to it. So the fun streams are coming. I 150% promise that to each and every one of you. No doubt about that. It is going to happen. The fun streams are going to happen. I can't guarantee you what day it's going to begin, but they are going to be on Tuesdays. That's all I can say, and I'm hoping it's going to be very soon that we're able to introduce it. It's not going to be tomorrow, okay? I can 150% promise you guys that one. It's not tomorrow. I've got to get the entire episode of Wednesday Night Bob recorded, edited, and produced for Wednesday tomorrow, so that is going to be the majority of my day. But it's going to be really good, guys. I promise you, once I'm able to get everything managed, you're going to enjoy the content. We're going to have so much fun. Hey, Kevin Langoff, how you doing, buddy? Yo, you made bank while working at Uber Eats yesterday, buddy. The weekend would be making bank for sure. I am good. Got a driving break right now. That's what I love to hear there, Kevin Langoff. Throw me on the speakers of your car and interact with the community in between your little driving breaks there for Uber Eats. Awesome stuff, Kevin. Make that bank, buddy. Jalen Chandler up in here saying, make you a TikTok. No, I am not making a TikTok. No. I'm sorry. Am I a prepubescent 12-year-old? I'm joking. No, I know there's a lot of people who get enjoyment out of TikTok, and I should not be somebody who turns his nose up to it, considering I'm a content creator, but it's just not something I find something that I want to do, right? Pickle, sorry, buddy. I'm not going to be streaming at nearly 1 a.m. still with downstairs neighbors. That's just not going to happen. Maybe some point in the future when we move out of this house and we don't have downstairs neighbors. But right now, as long as I live in this house, I'm not streaming UFC. Only the big ones. Only like the Conor McGregor fights, the Khabib Nurmagomedov fights, and anything else that would really, truly draw massive numbers on the channel, right? Oh. It's the IIconics. IIconics.
Well, look who's back. Did you not learn your lesson from last week? Oh, should we roll the clip? Yes, roll the clip. Roll it!
This was last week here on Monday Night Raw. SmackDown's Alexa Bliss and Nikki Cross facing off against the returning IIconics. Boom, you could see that.
Nicholas Smalley, we actually already had somebody move in downstairs, and she's lovely. She's a lovely person. Excuse me, she's a lovely person. She really is. We've had zero issues with her yet.
Helping the IIconics pin the women's tag team champions in Bliss and Cross and capture this tag team title opportunity tonight.
We are so glad that you are here, so that you can drop off our titles and just be gone. Yeah, we are
honestly would like to see the
grateful
titles
to
put back on the
Alexa
IIconics.
who have decided that we do, in fact, deserve a title opportunity. We appreciate you. The future is right here, because we are IIconics.
Yeah.
A migraine would be more enjoyable than listening to these two. Listening to you gives me a migraine, Byron.
I think the IIconics are so incredibly entertaining. Seriously, let the IIconics just go. Give them everything that you can. Push them. Let them have time on the microphone every single week. They are epitome of entertainment. Okay? They are heels. They are funny. They are gorgeous. What more could you want for a women's tag team? I know they've already been women's tag team champions once. I still think they have had the most memorable tag team championship reign out of any of the women's tag team champions, and that's not saying a lot, I know, but I think they have had the most memorable tag team championship reign out of anybody. The funniest moments, like, it's between them and the Kabuki Warriors, and you know the Kabuki Warriors did defend the tag team titles at TLC, so in the main event, so I totally understand people who want to say Kabuki Warriors. For me, though, the entertainment value of the women's tag team titles has never been more on display than when the IIconics held on to them. I thought it was so entertaining. That's my opinion, though, right? That's just my opinion, and I know people are going to disagree with me on that one. But, you know, guys, I'm a fan of the IIconics, and I have been since their days down in NXT. You guys know that, and I'm probably not going to change anytime soon. My vote here in this matchup is to see the IIconics get the tag titles back around their waists. I think it would be a way of reestablishing them. You know, Nikki Cross and Alexa Bliss, they're just kind of an uninteresting tag team, you know. I always thought that the whole storyline was going to be Bliss using Nikki Cross in order to get herself back into the women's title picture. Instead, they ended up actually forming a bond and becoming tag team champions, which is fine, but it's just okay at the end of the day, right? It's a fun little odd pairing relationship that is supposed to try to get Alexa Bliss over as a babyface, but I'm not sure how over Alexa Bliss is getting as a result. You know, I'm not sure if her star power is brighter now than it was before she won the tag team titles. You know what I mean? Or it's definitely not brighter than when she first started tagging with Nikki Cross. But she is working well as a babyface, and I'm starting to see the potential as a babyface Bliss. Even though she's so damn good as a heel, and that's her. That's really where she shines with her facial expressions and all that. Count of two. Oh, saved at the last possible second by Peyton Royce. Yo. Oh, and Nikki Cross just bowling over Peyton there. Nikki Cross sends Royce through the ropes. And down on the outside, Billy Kay. Oh, my God. What a boot to the face. And Cross with a right hand of her own. Down goes Billy. And I think we're about to see the end, unfortunately. I think we're about to see a Twisted Bliss here. Billy Kay brought back towards the center of the ring. And Alexa ready. It's the Twisted Bliss. It's over. Count of one. Count of two. Save! Whoa! That's 2 times. That's a DQ. That's a DQ. Ladies and gentlemen, this is a disqualification. The non-legal person is attacking the legal person right now. This is a DQ according to Vince McMahon's unwritten rules right here. And a referee calls for the bell. It's a disqualification. That's the right call. That's the right call. That's the right call, ladies and gentlemen. That is 150% the right call. Yeah, right call. Right call. The referee had it correctly. You cannot be the legal, you cannot be an illegal person and attack the legal person. It is not allowed. That has always been a rule, ladies and gentlemen. It's just becoming more on display recently because WWE is starting to become a little more consistent with their rules. Not as lackadaisical with their rules, right? The referee was telling her to get out like 3 times. Get out of there. Get out of there, Peyton Royce. And sure enough, the referee had no choice but to call for the bell. I really like that booking. It keeps the IIconics strong in defeat because it was a DQ defeat, and it's going to build them up a little bit more as heels. You know, it added a sense of viciousness to Peyton Royce. Billy Kay's big boot was good as well. You know what? I'm all for that. That was good. Oh, Kyrie. She's about to get attacked. This isn't going to be good. This isn't going to be good. Oh, no. Oh, Nia's behind her. No. Nia's going to attack Kyrie. No. Oh, goddamn.
Jax attacking Kyrie Sane from behind. Payback from Jax from earlier tonight.
Oh.
Asuka's championship
Breaking the...
celebration.
Oh, no, she didn't break the recorder. Okay.
My toes tapping? I feel like my toes are tapping. Now there's a seagull pecking at your foot.
Oh, my God, ladies and gentlemen.
Canada, you have blown us away with your talent. Now it's time for you to pick your favorite video.
Unbroken, with that comment right there, buddy, I've got one thing to say to you. You gotta be joking me! That was my attempt at an Australian accent. But still, you gotta be joking me. The IIconics are incredibly entertaining. What you smoking there, bud? It sounds like it's really good stuff. Jason Barker, how you doing, my friend? He says, I am a 4-time champion. I believe you are, my friend. Let's double check the Boss Battles Championships over here. Yes, you are, sir. You are a 4-time Boss Battle champ. Thank you so much for all the support, Jason Barker. I really appreciate it, buddy. I really do. So let's roll this one right here. $5 dono. Burn it down.
I am 4-time champion.
And then Hunter Hand over here saying, I think Nia just injured Kyrie. I hope not. You know, Kyrie's like she is a little delicate. She's a little delicate flower, and you don't want to break her, right? But hopefully Nia didn't break her.
I think Nia just injured Kiari.
Eddie Matrix saying, Conman, I have 2 questions. 1, which match should main event SummerSlam if fans are back? And 2, which old pay-per-view should WWE bring back? I think Cyber Sunday since we are at home. Dude, you know what? I've thought about it for a while. A cyber version of... Or not a cyber version, sorry, a new version of Cyber Sunday here would be really, really, really well received in 2020. I think they could really, really do it well in 2020. I know that they used to do voting through the app for matches that you could vote for, but they ran into some issues with that in certain superstars not actually getting the matches that should have happened. You know, they had issues, but I honestly do think that they could reintroduce in 2020 here some sort of Cyber Sunday type of thing.
Earn 6% cash back on all purchases. First year, no annual fee.
They're bringing back In Your House, so we can hope. And you know what? The thing is, they just got to make sure they think outside of the box. AEW has proven already what can happen when you think outside of the box. They've got some pretty cool concepts already that have come into play. What's old is kind of new again. You know, I'm down to see WWE continue to think outside of the box, and any more ideas like a Cyber Sunday, you know, during this time when fans are at home, it could be really freaking good. It's proven, you know, to have worked. WrestleMania, they thought outside of the box. It worked. Money in the Bank, they thought outside of the box. It worked. honestly, if they continue to do that moving forward, it's not going to be a long time until we start getting fans back. To answer your first one, though, what should the main event of SummerSlam be? It's a tough one. It's a really tough one because they could go with a Drew McIntyre matchup. They could do Drew McIntyre versus somebody. I don't know who is currently set to face him. Maybe they could do Drew versus Bobby if they wanted to. That could work. Oh! No!
Certainly a dramatic night for the IIconics. Right now we want to turn
No! Don't break the IIconics up. Don't break the IIconics up. Don't you break the IIconics up. Don't you break them up. They are iconic. You leave those iconic duo together. You leave the IIconics. You leave IIconics alone. Leave the IIconics alone. Leave them alone. Don't do it. Oh, no. I don't want to see that. I love the IIconics, man. Don't do that to me. Don't do that to me. They're the only good women's tag team. At least from an entertainment value that actually can draw some ratings. It's the IIconics, man. Oh, my. All right. Jason Barker, how you doing, my friend? He says, I like boxes. I think they make... good for kneeling for grills. I don't believe I understood what you said there, Jason Barker, but thanks for your $10 dono, buddy. No build to that either. They just got back. Well, it could just be frustration, you know. What I will say is I think that might have reestablished just how close they are and how much they care. You know what? Honestly, from a storyline perspective, Billie Kay and Peyton Royce just lost the women's tag team title match. They had the chance to get their tag titles back, and they blew it. Billie Kay erupted with a human-like response of anger towards somebody else. Doesn't mean it was right, but it was a moment that you could relate to. That moment of instant regret. Her hand hits the face of Peyton Royce, and you just see the regret. I can't believe you just did that. I can't believe I just did that. I'm so sorry. The embrace, showing just how close they actually are, how close their friendship is, and what the women's tag team titles mean to them. Honestly, it's not the worst thing to have happen. As long as they don't break them up, this might just solidify them as a tag team more moving forward. Let's roll the $10 dono, though. Thank you so much, Jason Barker.
Behold the king. The king of kings.
Yeah. Bam it. Burn it on your knees, dog. Yeah, Dan, all hail and bow down to the king.
I like boxes. I think they make for good kindling for grills.
Maybe this is the start of an abusive and manipulative storyline with Billie and Peyton. Don't think it's going to be something like that, but you never know. You never know where WWE is moving forward with. I do think, though, that they just probably plan on just adding layers to this tag team. They're really, guys, it's unfortunate to say, they are one of the very few women's tag teams that actually have been together for a long time. You know, Bliss and Cross, Kabuki Warriors, well, Asuka's the main champion now. You know, they don't have anything else going on. Sonya Deville and Mandy Rose broken up. They need the IIconics. Oh, no.
All right, Tyrion, you get focus. Take a deep breath.
Oh, no.
16 national pride was on the line. As the best players on the planet did battle.
Hey, Melissa Solers. So you said that I think WWE breaking up the IIconics is because they don't want them to get over. Vince McMahon kills talent. Triple H creates talent. I mean, I don't necessarily agree with that statement. I also don't necessarily disagree with that statement. Vince McMahon can create talent. Okay, I think we're a fool if we don't admit that. Vince McMahon can create talent. He has created talent for many years, right? He has created talent for a long time, and he continues to create some talent. Triple H just happens to have the talent before they become big. So, of course, all of us want to say, oh, this person's the biggest star in the world because, well, we want to believe that. But sometimes, when they get to the main stage, it is partly because of booking, but it's also partly because the performer doesn't live up to the task. They sometimes get lost in the shuffle because they have yet to found a way to stand out. That's not Vince McMahon's fault. You know, you've only got so many top spots, right? Not sitting here and defending Vince McMahon because he absolutely has buried talent for sure. But if you can get over, Vince McMahon is going to allow you to get over. If you grab that brass ring, for the most part, Vince McMahon is going to let you grab that brass ring. Granted, there has been multiple times we have seen superstars grab that brass ring and not get the push as well. So I understand that side of the coin as well. But to sit here and say that Vince McMahon doesn't create talent and Triple H does, that's just not true. Triple H happens to have the talent that come in off of the independent scene that happen to come into WWE with a lot of hype around them because they're new. When they get to the main roster, they're not new. That effect isn't there. It's new to Raw, but they're not new. And as a result, you don't get that big first-time pop, that crazy, oh my god, look, he is here. It's no longer the same feeling. When somebody gets moved over from NXT to Raw, the feeling is far, far less than what it was even 5 years ago. You know, when Kevin Owens got called up from NXT, 5 years ago to this day, when Kevin Owens got called up to Monday Night Raw and held the NXT Championship over the fallen John Cena and stepped on the United States title. That was a call-up back then. That doesn't exist in 2020 anymore. The only way you get legitimate surprises on Monday Night Raw now is if somebody skips NXT. So yeah, it's weird because Triple H definitely does help create talent, but also at the end of the day, Vince McMahon can create talent as well. It's just not as apparent because somebody who happens to get over in the mid-card, fans say, oh, what are they doing? They're wasting his talent. Well, you know what? Sometimes, folks, sometimes a good mid-carder is all you need, right? A good person to go out there and put on good matches is all you need. Oh, here comes Asuka right after Nia. Oh. Oh, Asuka. Oh!
And the Raw Women's Champion, Asuka.
Asuka just kicked Nia in the face.
That is what Nia Jax gets for her disrespect of the Raw Women's Champion. And speaking of disrespect...
Melissa Solar says, try telling that to JD from New York 206. Well, you know what, my friend? I don't interact with him. I don't agree with a lot of the takes that he has on wrestling, and that's okay. You know, you're allowed to have different takes on wrestling. These are my takes, obviously, and if my opinions differ from somebody else, well, then that is a-okay. Wrestling is completely subjective to each their own. I don't agree with the majority of his statements, so that's why I don't listen to him. That's why I don't watch his stuff. And that's okay, you know. I'm not going to try to sit here and argue with somebody who wants to crap on WWE. I enjoy it, you know. I don't have to defend myself for enjoying WWE. I've been watching it since 2005, and I've enjoyed it since 2005. That's my take. I'm sorry if people want to watch a show that they don't like. I would stop watching if I didn't like it, but I like it. Jason Barker, how you doing? He says, are you excited for The Rock's daughter Simone's WWE contract? Yeah, the Pebble. The Pebble. If you smell what the Pebble is cooking. Yeah, I'm excited for Simone. She's going to be pretty good, I bet you. Going to be a big star, I bet you. All right, Shayna.
Are you excited for The Rock's daughter Simone's WWE contract?
All right, so Shayna Baszler here versus Natalya. Was this a rematch? This feels like it's a rematch, guys. Did this match happen last week? I'm pretty sure it did, right? Yeah, it is. Okay, yeah. All right. Oh, no, into the knee bar. This isn't good. Natalya caught right in the center of the ring. And Natalya's going to try to claw her way to the bottom rope, but she's kind of caught in this knee bar right here. Shayna Baszler's going to snap the ankle. Oh, my God, look at the torque on it. That looked like that hurt. Yeah, but this time it's a submission match? Okay, I missed the part that it's a submission match, so I'm okay with that. Oh! Oh, God. Unbroken, buddy. Who are you to say people to be need to stop being obsessed with video games? If that is something that somebody gets enjoyment out of, by all means, they can go ahead and enjoy it, right? Who are you to say that people can't enjoy something, right? It's not sad. People who enjoy video games just like I'm sure you enjoy other things in life as well, right? Don't be taking that type of stuff there towards people, okay? That's kind of mean. Oh, couple stomps right there to the midsection of Natalya, and she's in a little bit of a tough situation here, and I think Shayna Baszler is going to look to lock in the shoop sharter. That's right, I said the shoop sharter. Oh. Yeah, Darian Buchan, that's exactly what I'm saying. You literally just said if people enjoy raping kids, should they do it? No, they shouldn't do it. I'm talking about playing video games. Play your video games if you want to play your video games. Oh my God, sharpshooter in the center of the ring here again. Oh my God. Shayna might actually tap out here. And gets there just in the nick of time. Oh yeah, no rope breaks in the submission match, so Shayna's got to try to crawl out of the bottom rope, and Natalya's mad again. Drop kick to the face of Shayna Baszler. I am going to ask you guys, though, who do you think is going to win? Because I really haven't asked you so far. So who will win is the question. Hashtag WWE RAW. Will it be Shayna or will it be Natalya? Probably right there. Oh, knee bar there, locked in deep on Shayna Baszler, and she's caught in a tough predicament at the moment. Oh, come on. The Kirifuda clutch is locked in. And Natalya, I think she's going to have to tap out here to Shayna Baszler. Locked in deep. Oh my God, just bringing the hand back in Natalya. She's being choked out at the moment. She's going to pass out, isn't she? Natalya, she going to tap or she going to pass? And she taps out. It's over. Jeez, man. Yeah, Shayna Baszler dominated like that. Just like that. It's over. That's the right call, as well as they continue to rebuild Shayna Baszler. So Shayna defeated Natalya. Yeah, that was nasty, man. Unbroken dude, once again, man, I'm going to ask you, once again, please stop judging people for playing video games or doing something that they get enjoyment out of. That's going to be pretty much the last time I got to say it, man, okay? Please, just be respectful to people here in the chat and don't be attacking them based off what they enjoy doing. Asking one more time, okay? But Natalya now, she's kind of upset.
Obviously getting set up for the Kevin Owens Show, which is coming up in a matter of moments here on Monday Night Raw. Natalya wanted this match. She's the one that challenged Shayna.
Oh. Natalya's definitely upset. She's throwing a little bit of a temper tantrum.
I certainly understand the frustration.
Listen, we can all empathize with her. I mean, we've all had our ups and downs, but this is a bit much.
The KO show is getting set up at the moment. Oh, Natalya throwing the KO show out of the arena. Oh, Kevin Owens is not going to be happy about that.
This is silly. This is beneath Natalya.
Yeah, she is not happy at all.
It's unprofessional.
Ooh, Joe calling her unprofessional?
Do you understand my point?
Don't cry.
There's no arguing this. Her conduct is ridiculous. What she's doing out there is beneath her. It is beneath the legacy that she represents. It's beneath everything this company stands for. If you're going to act like that every time you take it out, then maybe you need to take a little bit of time off. Obviously,
Oh, Joe calling her out. Unbroken, you're saying I'm not being mean. I just think video games should be kept to a minimum. And we've heard your point, okay? I've also seen you directly mentioning people saying, I hope you keep your video games playing to a minimum. That's your opinion. You're allowed your opinion. But, dude, cut it off, okay? Let's just move on from it, okay? People are allowed to play video games if they want to. That's your opinion, right? I log a shit ton of time into WWE 2K19, and it's my job, right? So video games can be pretty freaking good for people. It can inspire a lot of creation. It can inspire a lot of creativity. It can inspire a lot of influence as well. I would keep those comments a little bit quiet, man. Okay? You're starting to piss people off, myself included, to be quite honest.
What exactly is going on between Zelina Vega and her associates, Garza, Andrade, and Theory?
Oh, we got an argument backstage. You can disagree with me there, Unbroken, but stop pushing your stuff towards other people, okay? I disagree entirely with you. Video games can absolutely draw a lot of inspiration for people. How old are you? If I'm just asking, to be honest, I feel like you're a little bit on the older side, and I feel like you cannot see it through the eyes of a younger generation, and that is A-okay, but please keep those opinions to yourself at this point, okay? We're done with them.
Understand me?
Hi. I'm the champion.
I'll take that as a yes. And you? Juntos somos mejor. Do you understand me?
Yeah, of course.
Thank you. And you, Mr. Theory, do you understand me?
Yes.
Yes, what?
Yes, ma'am.
And it appears Zelina Vega has gotten her.
So Zelina Vega controlling her boys. Controlling her boys. So they're all going to be on the KO show coming up next, ladies and gentlemen, which could be good. Could be good.
In fact, Tim and Sid has never been more accessible. You can bring us anywhere by streaming Sportsnet 590 The Fan through the Sportsnet app. Except the bathroom. Boundaries are important here. Meh, listen to us in the bathroom.
I agree with that one there, Kevin.
This is a wish you can't buy.
We shined a light on such a dark moment. I probably would have never got that competitive edge to win the Stanley Cup.
Stream the miniseries United by Sport on Sportsnet now.
Hyundai Canada and its dealers believe it is essential for us to support you during these unprecedented times.
All right. There are theories that Theory might go back to NXT. I've heard those. Also, ladies and gentlemen, I would kindly ask if people in the live chat could stop telling other people in the live chat to shut up. Let's not turn this thing into a toxic place, okay? You know, people come in here and they say, let's talk only about wrestling for the most part. And if you guys want to talk about wrestling, maybe talk about wrestling in the live chat, right? Let's keep the toxicity to a low, okay? Telling other people to shut up is not the right way to go about it. We've got ourselves some drama going on in the chat right now. Just minor stuff, but still, just don't be telling other people to shut up, right? That's probably not the great way to go about it. No, Unbroken. Unfortunately, buddy, your comments have been taking a little bit aggressively towards people here in the live chat. I've been watching them, K-Man. I think you need to realize that you have an opinion, and it's okay to have an opinion. you've stated that opinion, but you've continued to push it, right? To the point now where it's starting to drag on the live stream chat and it's starting to get a little irritating here. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's get back to wrestling, okay? We are going to end that, any more talk of it, and I am going to ask people from the live chat who are talking, okay? So let's just drop it and let's enjoy the rest of the live stream here. You know what, guys? I think I'm gonna be done with this. I think I'm just gonna be done with this. Let's just move on. Cool. All right. So.
Hey, Canada, what's happening? It's me, your boy, your buddy, your pal, Scott Stanford here with the WWE News Slam.
What can we talk about? Let's talk a little bit about, I don't even know at this point. Things got derailed. It's been a great stream for a bit there. Things got derailed pretty quickly. Street Profits versus the Viking Raiders in an axe throwing contest. Yeah, I mean, I'm excited to see what the entire story is going to be with the axe throwing contest. I don't know where they're going with it, so I definitely am interested in seeing what they're going to do there.
NXT plus 205 Live, NXT UK, and so much more. Visit WWE.com/Canada.
You made your own WWE Universe mode in 2K19, Brooks Mariano. Or Marino? That's pretty cool, man. That's pretty cool.
I'm Scott Stanford, and this has been your WWE News.
Hey, man, why can't everybody be friends? Well, I mean, not everybody sees eye to eye on everything, right? Not everybody does. But sometimes when things just kind of get derailed in the live chat and it stems from one person, you know, sometimes you got to make those decisions to get your live chat back on track. And I definitely not trying to say people can't have conversations in here, because you can, right? But as long as you're respectful towards others, and sometimes when I see those lines being crossed and you're not necessarily super respectful towards others, that's when I start to have issues, you know? Being aggressive to others in the live chat for the sake of that they share a different opinion than you, and if that opinion is not well received and you continue to push that opinion, you know, it derails the entire stream channel. And here we are, we've been talking about it for 15 minutes now, right? It's not what I like to see in these chats, and it's not something I like to focus on, so we are moving on. Let's talk about Kevin Owens, because welcome back, KO. He looks like he is got a new t-shirt now saying just keep fighting. And the KO set has been kind of destroyed here by Natalya. KO is not a fan of this stuff, though. Yeah, the canvas isn't even laid out right. I kind of like this. It's got a grittier feel.
We'll see if he can get to the bottom of the issues between Andrade, Theory, Garza, and Vega. I sure hope so. Gotta get that carpet nice and set.
Here's KO.
Well, first of all, thank you, Natty, for getting all the junk out of the way. I appreciate it. It's very nice. You know, I haven't been around a little while. People have asked me why, and the reason for that is, you know, at WrestleMania, I had what I was looking for so long. It was a WrestleMania moment I'll never forget, but that moment came at a price, because in achieving that moment and beating Seth Rollins, I got pretty banged up. But the good news is I'm good to go. I am back. The Kevin Owens Show.
Yeah. Good to see.
It may be with a reduced set, but still, it's a major edition of the Kevin Owens Show, because I have very special guests. Let me bring them out. Zelina Vega, the United States Champion Andrade, Angel Garza, and Austin Theory.
All right. Here comes the trio of sexy men. Andrade, Angel Garza, Austin Theory. Triple A with Zelina Vega. Oh yeah. Hey Con, did you get your YouTube subscriber plaque for reaching so many subscribers? I've been seeing other YouTubers react to getting them in the past few days. Gang Money, Gang Taylor, Gang, I got mine back in 2008. No, 2018? Yeah, 2018. I got it right there. 2018, I got that thing. Probably one of the greatest achievements I have ever had in my life. That thing just means the world to me. It's even if this thing completely died out tomorrow, I still got proof. I still got proof that I achieved something here on this platform, which is pretty cool to me.
Certainly a lot of egos in that ring.
Yeah, you're welcome. Sorry for the mess, guys. Listen, Zelina, fellas, I wanted you guys to be on the show today.
No. I know why you wanted us to be on the show tonight. You were hoping for a Jerry Springer episode, weren't you? Yeah, you see, I am so sick of people like you and Drew and the whole WWE universe. You guys see one little argument and all of a sudden you think that there's dysfunction in my group. How you think that my empire is crumbling? Well, you're wrong. Now, if you want to talk about real champions, let's talk about Andrade. This man is a god among insects like all of you. An Angel Garza, the lethal Lothario that breaks faces and breaks hearts. Which then brings me to Austin Theory, the prodigy that only at 22 years old is this damn good. And me, I am the best that this business has seen in a long time. You want to talk about a come up, Kevin? We came from the streets and we survived. But the streets weren't made for everybody. And that's why they made sidewalks for people like you.
Oh, what a promo.
You're not even giving us the respect of being in the ring with your guests.
Well, may I?
You may proceed.
Thank you. First of all, one could argue that I'm giving you even more respect by letting you guys have the ring. But also, you know, if the last few months have taught me anything, is that when I'm in the ring with more than one person, things kind of, you know, go off the rails a little bit. But here's the thing. The main reason I'm here and not there is because I don't want the ring to be too crowded, because you are not my only guests.
Oh.
There's another guest. You guys are familiar with him, I think. And here he comes. His name is Apollo Crews.
Hey, Apollo's back. Okay. Welcome back, Apollo Crews, and he's coming right in the ring for Andrade. Okay. All right. I'm down with that. So it looks like Apollo Crews is all healed up. Angel Garza and Austin Theory not coming to save Andrade. Now they're coming to save him. And it looks like Crews... Oh, God. Please tell me Crews is okay. He went right out of the ring hard after him. And Kevin Owens is going to try to pull him back. And we might get ourselves a little matchup. Interesting. Interesting. So Apollo Crews has returned, ladies and gentlemen. Apollo is back. Wait a second. I thought he was injured. Oh, my goodness. Yeah, so Apollo Crews was kayfabe injured. He was kayfabe injured so that he wouldn't have to compete inside the Money in the Bank ladder match, but they created a storyline for him moving forward, so that is okay. Apollo is a better character now. I can tell. You want to know why? Because they're giving him actual stuff to sink his teeth into. When you give a good wrestler something they can sink their teeth into, they find a way to get their character over, right? They finally given him something that he can sink his teeth into. Coup de grace says, Con, I might be the only one, but Apollo doesn't get me hyped, and that's okay. The reason that he doesn't get you hyped is because he has not been presented as a super strong character over the course of his WWE career. But he is starting to get that push, you know, that minor little push moving forward, and I think he could find a way to win a bunch of people over with some big-time wins. I think that's going to happen. Kevin Michael Keenan? Yeah, Kevin Michael Keenan, thanks for following me over on Twitter. I appreciate it, my friend.
A good food box is delivered right to her door so she doesn't have to order takeout 3 nights a week. She's also discovering new recipes for healthy meals. It's rude to throw shade with your mouth full, Kim.
I bet you that Shorty G gets released next. Why? Why would you bet that one? I wonder why that's the name that comes to mind for you. I think Shorty G is, well, Well, Chad Gable. I think he's going to come back with the name Chad Gable. I don't think he's going to be Shorty G. I think he's going to be a part of the hacker faction, whatever it may be called. I think. We'll see, though. You never know. I'm honestly not hoping for any more releases. I really hope that they're done with it. Jordan Anderson says, this is for you, Con. Love your work. Put life into perspective with some short yet sage pieces of advice. These wise and beautiful words from your favorite positive thinkers. Well, thanks for the kind words there, Jordan Anderson. I'm glad that I can be that for you, my friend. What do you guys think? Is the hacker going to be one person or is it going to be a faction? Let me know what your thoughts are.
Times, you want to be sure you have access to your money. With Scotiabank Online Banking, your checking, savings, and investments.
Yeah, Gable is really good. He honestly is.
So whatever your banking needs are, we'll continue to meet them. Scotiabank.
Jaqueline Winter says, I want you to stop talking so we can see the TV here, in some words that weren't really spelt correctly. I would love to be able to have the actual show over there, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, I would love to. If any of you can reach out to Vince McMahon and the board of directors and get them to write permission to this channel to air their exclusive broadcast content right here, then we could have the photo or the video over there on that side. Until that happens, which, let's face it, it's never going to happen, we are never going to have video on this channel, okay? It's a copyright-free experience. It is designed to be a second screen viewing experience to watch alongside of the actual WWE product. So, best way to honestly do it, get your phone out, sync it up to the TV. If you have the ability to pause your live TV, pause it for about 10-15 seconds, whatever it is, and then we're going to be synced up. Watch it along in live time, chat along with the live chat. That's the way you are designed to watch these shows. If you're not able to watch the show, if you're not able to watch it side by side, then this is a good second-hand experience where I can describe what is happening in the ring, can describe what's happening on the show, and relay that information out to you guys. Hunter Hand says, Con, I donated a little while ago. Yes, you did. I think you said, hey, Con. Did I not run it? I thought I did. Yeah, I thought we ran it, right? Yeah, we ran it there, buddy. Oh, the $2 one. Hang on. So you went 3, then it was Jason Barker's 10, 15 right there. Then he dropped 5. Hunter Hand dropped 5. Yeah, we ran that one. Hunter Hand, we didn't run your $2 one. So it says, Con got this from a comment, Naya or Dana. Frig, they're both not great. In terms of drawing power, Nia Jax outdraws Dana Brooke, unfortunately. Not a fan of either, really. Yeah, if I had to pick, I still would probably pick Nia Jax over Dana Brooke. I think her, what's it called? Her drawing power is just a lot better. Rubber Clit says, hey, USA Network, you mind if my buddy Conman broadcasts our show instead so people can watch it there instead of your channel, even though we get paid millions for you to have exclusive rights? Yeah. Yeah, I don't think that would go over well, eh, bud? I really don't. But the matchup on hand, I realize that we haven't really talked about it yet. Kevin Owens is in the ring, teaming with Apollo Crews. So let's get Zelina Vega off the screen here and actually get the correct teams up on the screen. So Kevin Owens versus Andrade and Angel Garza. So Austin Theory left to the side here once again. Very interesting. I think Austin Theory is on his way out of this group. Oh, man, Apollo, what a slam. Come on, Apollo. Where are you at, boy? Zelina Vega trying to get a little bit distracted here in this matchup. But then, oh, no, Austin Theory just clobbered Garza. Austin Theory just clobbered Garza. And ladies and gentlemen, that's going to be the end of the match. Oh, spin out powerbomb cover. 2, it's over. Crews wins. Wow, that's going to set him up for a nice matchup against, what you call him?
aggressiveness, I want to see that guy every week. Oh, this was the miscommunication between Theory and Garza that cost Garza in the end, but it was Apollo Crews who wanted to get his hands on the United States
All right,
champion on
ladies and gentlemen, let me just sit here and tell you, if you are going to reach out to me on Twitter saying I got banned for no reason or I got timed out for no reason and you're going to take personal offense to it, I'm going to tell you right now, you got banned for a reason, okay? We watch the stuff here in the live chat. If you got timed out, you got timed out for a reason. It happens, okay? It also does, if timeouts do happen, they do sometimes just happen, and, you know, it's 300. Oh, no! No! Oh, no, Andrade is attacking Austin Theory. Andrade is attacking Austin Theory, and Garza takes him down from behind. No way! Garza going after Theory now, and they have just turned on Theory. The implosion here. Oh, God, Theory being dismantled. Oh, my God. Angel Garza and Andrade now just clobbering Theory again. Oh, no, no, no. He's still trying to fight, but a chop to the chest. Ew, God, this isn't good. Is Zelina Vega going to slap him in the face or something? I should have never believed in you, and slaps him in the face. And into the steel steps. Chairs. Whatever they're called, it's still steel. Oh, God. Well, that's the end of that one.
Ladies and gentlemen, joining me now, the WWE Champion, Drew McIntyre.
Charlie, how the devil are you?
I'm doing good, Drew. How you doing?
Oh, I'm fantastic.
Right, look, there's no dispute you are a fighting champion, but how do you remain focused with new challenges constantly arising, like, for example, the Brand to Brand Invitational taking place tonight?
You know, Charlie, I don't know if it's me that goes out and finds the fight or the fight that comes and finds me every single week, but I know one thing. I'm having a great time. I'm having fun, and as far as I'm concerned, every Monday night is always a good time for a Claymore party. Regarding the Brand to Brand Invitational, it's fantastic. This allows for dream matches for the WWE Universe, and somehow, by some miracle, my #1 dream match has fallen into my lap. Drew McIntyre versus Sorry, let me do this right. King Corbin. Now,
how you doing, buddy? Hopefully you're doing well, man.
King Corbin. I have seen him in airports. I've seen him in hotels. I've seen him interact with the general public. This is genuinely a terrible, terrible human being. But it's also true. In that ring, he does terrible things to his opponent. He's a dangerous individual, and he would do whatever it takes to get the job done to win that match. But King, you chose me as your opponent. You think you're going to travel from SmackDown to Raw, fight the WWE Champion in my backyard, and win? Are you out of your damn mind, son?
Woo!
I told you last week, I got a special Claymore for you. I have a Claymore fit for a king with your name on it.
Cool. I love Drew McIntyre. So damn good. I cannot get over how good he's been in this role already. He's so damn good. No two ways about it. But again, ladies and gentlemen, just to reiterate, if you did happen to get timeout, don't take it personally. If you did happen to get banned, you know, it is what it is. It's completely up to you. If you wish to create another account and come back under a different name, you know, if you got banned, you got banned, right? It is what it is. Here's the axe throwing contest. Oh, double axe throw. The Viking Raiders are killing it.
Let's go. Let's go. It's time, dog. It's time. Yeah,
all right.
You got this. Let's go.
Get him on, Tez.
Can we have golf rules and have some silence while we throw?
Gotta get my Tiger Woods on.
Gotta get my Tiger Woods on.
There's a tiger in the woods?
No. Montez.
Oh my God!
It's okay to be nervous.
There's a tiger in the woods?
Anxiety is totally normal. Performance anxiety? Watch this.
Oh no. It's really high. Ford's laughing his ass off. Okay. All right. It's something. It's something. Personally, guys, I want more goofy stuff in wrestling, okay? Manuel Alvarado says, Con, bro, polls need updates. Polls need updates. No, they do not, my friend. That's the last match that we have had on, unless you want me to flip back to the, what's it called? Are you watching Monday Night Raw? I could flip back to that one, technically. Are you excited for Raw? I could update to that. I don't know where the hell that just took me. Yeah, I could put that back up there, but yeah, usually we leave the last poll result for the previous matchup on the screen. Anyways, though, just gonna talk about it. Yeah, I just want more goofy shit in wrestling, okay? That's all I want. I want entertainment. I want stuff that makes me laugh. You know, I've said it before and I'll say it again. If you can make someone laugh, you are entertaining them. It does not matter who they are. If they are laughing, they are having a good time, even if it's just for those few seconds. Maybe somebody tuned into wrestling and they just saw that segment of the Viking Raiders, you know, throwing axes. Maybe it's something they can relate to enough to tune in another time. Right? It's not always about entertaining your current audience that you have. It's sometimes about finding a way to do goofy stuff in order to reach a larger audience, you know? How many people do you think hated Macho Man Randy Savage and his Slim Jim promos? You know, the Slim Jim kind of crossover is his product branding of Slim Jim. How many people do you think hated it? But how many people do you think started watching wrestling because it was so ridiculous and they saw his commercial? I bet you a lot more people than people are willing to admit, right? But it definitely drew an audience from back in the day, and I'm not necessarily comparing the two, but goofy stuff can lead to people becoming bigger stars in the future. If you can show entertainment value, if you can make people laugh, you are going to get a good spot on the card in the future. Botch Guy, how you doing, buddy? Thanks for that $1.49 dono. And you're dropping a little nanner up in there? You dropping those nanners? You dropping those nanners? Drop those nanners. Thank you, Botch Guy. I appreciate the $1.49 dono. Thank you so much, my friend. And he's dropping another $1.49 with another banana. Yo, what's with the nanners up in here? Botch Guy, a little bit of nanners. Thank you, my friend. We're going to roll it as a $3 dono. Because Botch Guys he be botching with the nanners up in here. You're bananas. Thanks, man. Here we go. Money talks. Yeah. Yeah, dollar. Thank you so much, buddy. And then Shane the Gamer dropping $2.30 right after that. So thank you as well, my friend.
Now I know I was aiming for the environment. But you aim for that target. Ooh. What's wrong, fam? Oh, I know. It must be all the smoke. Too much smoke means we built the fire too big. Guys, take some logs off the fire. Got you, fam. You focus on that target there.
Man, how am I supposed to relax? I got Vikings clowning me. Yo, that horse is over there clowning me. I see you, horse.
You got this. Focus up, man. What does that shirt say? Dawkins Island. All right? Focus up. Do it. Let's go, baby. Let's go.
Brooklyn Rocker, unfortunately, though, I don't think people are going to... Oh, my God. I don't think people are going to quit watching wrestling because of this, though, right? It's been spaced out enough throughout the show. But right into their water barrel. Just axe their water. Thank you, Mr. Norman. I appreciate it, buddy. Oh.
let's think this through. Wait.
They didn't mean it. They're sorry. Guys,
Have some of mine?
Sorry. Fam, this ain't nothing like Thor.
I don't know if this whole
All right.
throwing thing is a good idea for the Street Profits.
Yeah. I honestly have zero issues with that. I don't know how you can have issues with it, to be 100% honest. It's, they're like 30 to 40 second long segments at most in the show. They're funny enough to get you to laugh. You know, if you don't enjoy it, spend those 40 seconds in the bathroom, right? I don't think it's a disgrace at all to professional wrestling. I think it's actually showcasing the charisma that the Viking Raiders actually have. But here we go, ladies and gentlemen. This matchup underway. We're going to see a hell of a match here. These two guys have incredible chemistry in the ring. Buddy Murphy versus Alistair Black. Don't call him Buddy, by the way. So, Black in here versus a Murphy. Where are you at there, Murphy? There he is. Okay, and let's go on over to twitter.com/Conman167 and ask you guys who will win. Hashtag WWE RAW. But again, these are just also my opinions, right, folks? If you guys do not enjoy those segments right there with the Street Profits and the Viking Raiders, let me know why. What is it the actual reason that you don't enjoy it? Is it that it's not wrestling? Is that the thing that you don't like? Well, that's okay. Is Austin Theory about to join Seth Rollins? Oh, my. No way. Oh, Black just kicked the steel post as well. And Murphy takes advantage. Here you guys go over on Twitter. Let me know who you guys think is going to win. I think Rollins is trying to get Austin Theory to join him. That could be really good. All of a sudden, you talk about a superstar who's going to get a major push. He's going from potentially a faction with the United States Champion and Zelina Vega to potentially a faction with a former Universal Champion. Rollins looking at Theory. Theory's looking up at the Monday Night Messiah. Is he going to help him up? Extends the hand to Theory. Helps him up. Oh, what a knee from Alistair Black. Holy crap. And I think Murphy now. Lifting Murphy up. Wait. Theory. No way. Austin Theory goes in. Austin Theory with the save, and he takes out Alistair Black. Austin Theory has joined Seth Rollins. Austin Theory has joined Seth Rollins' group. This is cool. This is really cool. I'm a fan of this one. I'm really a fan of this one. And Alistair Black now going right after Theory, takes him down with a double leg takedown, and Murphy, no, with a V-trigger like knee to Black, but he continues to fire some right hands on Theory, but Murphy with the save there, and Theory now going right back on the offense. This is cool. I love this faction. Listen to me. What did I say, guys? About 2 years ago, I said WWE needs more factions. Factions, factions, factions. They are so entertaining. And look what we have. Factions on factions on factions. Growing in a knee to the face of Black.
And more commands from Seth Rollins. They're not finished yet.
Theory lifts him up.
To Austin Theory. And now the ATL.
The ATL. What does the ATL stand for, guys? Is it official as he joined them? And he hugs Austin Theory. Is Murphy jealous, though? And Theory hugs Rollins back? Is Murphy jealous, though? Murphy's standing there with his hands like this, but I'm not sure if Murphy is jealous. Interesting. Murphy looks a little jealous. Now go over and hug Murphy. Rollins, go hug Murphy. Go hug your disciple. Murphy looks really jealous, though. Yeah, he hugs him again. No way. This is different. It's different. I love layers. Layers, 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 and storylines. They're so damn good. Let's roll a couple donos right here. Mr. Norman, thank you, my friend, for your $2 dono. I really appreciate it, buddy. Also, before that, we had Shane the Gamer with his $2.30 dono. Then Mr. Norman with the $2. Thank you, buddy. And then Jason Barker dropping $2 as well, saying one up. Well, one up, my friend. Thank you very, very much for that super sticker. I do appreciate it, my friend. All right. So, what do you guys think? Tonight's episode of Monday Night Raw has been pretty good, eh? It's been pretty freaking good. You know, I know it's not going to please everybody, but in my honest opinion, it's been a good episode of Monday Night Raw. Yo, Connor, are you ending the stream after Monday Night Raw? Of course, my friend. That's when we are done live streaming at 11 p.m. So we got ourselves about 32 minutes remaining in the live stream. We'll obviously quickly talk at the end of the stream, but not for too long. We have a lot to talk about during the streams, and by the end of it, you know, we've pretty much covered everything. King of Fate and Kings asking, why is both AOP gone when only one of them is injured? Because, unfortunately, as a tag team, if you have two people who work as a unit, and you're trying to build them up as a unit, and you take one of them away, it makes it very, very easy to bury one half of that unit. Makes it very easy for him to be the guy who jobs out for Seth Rollins. It makes him very easy to be the guy who goes in there and, you know, acts as the heavy for Rollins. It doesn't add a lot of intrigue to the storyline, right? Beforehand, when it was both members of the AOP, it added the intrigue of potentially becoming tag team champions, added the intrigue of having two heavies who look similar to each other and are being built up at the same time. So since they'd had to take one off TV, they decided to take both off TV at the same time so that they can remain together as a unit, because clearly WWE has big things planned for AOP. They wouldn't have put him with Seth Rollins if they didn't have big things planned for them, right? They're a formidable tag team. They're future tag team champions for sure. It's just a matter of time, you know, for them to be healed up. So I think they took them off TV together so that they wouldn't have to worry about one superstar either losing momentum or gaining too much momentum. Luis Batista says, this might sound a bit crazy, but Austin Theory might break Randy Orton's records of being the youngest WWE World Champion at the age of 23. I have a tough time believing that one. Because you're talking about Austin Theory being the man who takes the title away from Drew McIntyre, and that doesn't seem like it's likely to happen here. Yeah, I don't think Austin Theory is going to be that man who breaks the record, unfortunately. It's going to take somebody with a pretty good pedigree, you know, with some family lineage and a lot of hype coming into the business to beat Randy Orton's record. The reason Randy Orton was given the ball to run with when he was only 23 years old was because of his family legacy as well, right? He was incredibly gifted. WWE wanted to know what they had with him, and they knew that his family name was enough to make him believable as the champion, right? Yeah, Bianca promo. I like that they're building her up, but I thought they were going to position her with the Street Profits a little bit more, and then incorporate Sarah Logan with the Viking Raiders and have kind of like a back and forth with them there. Paul Carpenter, how you doing, buddy? He says, miss most, but Austin is future. He's pretty good, isn't he? I'm excited to see what they do with him in the future. I don't know what his ceiling is. I don't know if he has one. Lots of potential for sure, though. But potential has to turn into something someday. Jason Barker, how you doing, my friend? He says, on the AOP thing, shouldn't Otis be out with Tucker? Tucker isn't injured. I think it was WWE's decision to kind of split that tag team. Not really split, but just separate them a little bit. They wanted Otis pushed as a single star.
Game time, boys. One thrower at a time. Each team gets 10 axes. The only thing that scores is a bullseye. Let the games begin!
Yeah. Hey! 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 Drinking the water. That's not water. Misses. 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 Angelo Dawkins sucks. Hey. Hey, hey, hey. Hey, 10-0. They went 10 for 10, folks.
All we see is bullseye. All we see is bullseye. Let's go. Let's go.
Montez Ford misses.
We got this.
Misses, 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 misses. And I think it's going to be 10-0. Yep, 10-0.
This is your last shot. So we're going to help you out. Ready, boys? Smoke, smoke, smoke.
Smoke, 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 smoke.
Smoke, smoke, smoke.
Hey, he got one. Listen to that pop. Wait, this isn't social distancing. Do Vikings social distance? Hang on. Is it going to be the police for social distancing? No way.
You did this?
Oh, there's an axe in the car.
There's only one way to find out. Let's see who can throw this thing.
Oh.
That's fair.
Say no more, fam.
Okay. Okay. Switch yourself. Shoot you. Okay.
Oh. Dawkins got it.
Joining me now, a superstar who made his return to Raw tonight, Apollo Crews.
Apollo.
Congratulations on your victory tonight.
Thank you.
Now, do you feel like you have a lot to prove now that you're back on Raw because of missing out on that big opportunity?
That would have been funny, Diego.
Oh, I absolutely do, for sure. But, you know, Charlie, to be honest with you, I really can't figure out what hurt more, the actual injury or having to give up my spot in the Money in the Bank ladder match.
Yeah, that would suck.
And after spinning my wheels for such a long time, I felt like things were finally starting to click for me. It felt like things were finally falling in place. And let me tell you, these last 3 weeks, they've been the longest 3 weeks of my life, wondering what could have been. But you know what I had to do? I had to look deep inside myself. And I had to realize I can't waste any more time wondering what could have been. And I had to do something. I had to make something happen. Just like tonight, all it took was me stepping back in the ring for something to happen. And now I know that final piece will soon fall in place, because next week on Monday Night Raw, I am once again challenging Andrade for the United States Championship. Man, that feels good to say out loud.
Hi, Apollo. Nice
Oh.
to see you again. Charles. Apollo, you have a choice here.
Do I?
Yeah, you could cut your losses and walk away from this match with your one good knee. Or you can get into the ring with Andrade next week and never walk again. What do you say?
What do I say? Andrade better be ready next week. Speaking of which, where is he? Was he scared I was going to slap his face off again?
Ooh.
Do you mind if I finish my interview? Wait, don't answer that. Next week, I put that final piece into place.
He just goes
I
ahead.
Walk out the new United States champion. And I'm out.
Yo, I like this Apollo Crews. He's got some charisma all of a sudden. Where's this Apollo been? Where's this Apollo been? But it's time for the main event, everybody. Drew McIntyre on his way down to the ring. Honestly, I could get behind Apollo Crews as the United States champion. This Apollo's got something. I'm actually very curious. What has it been? What's the difference been? Are they just allowing Apollo to go out there and not have to read a script and he's just hitting bullet points now? I think that might be the the answer they've been looking for with Apollo Crews. Tell him a few bullet points, hit those bullet points, and let him be himself. This is a good Apollo Crews. I'm a fan of it. But Drew McIntyre is here in the ring, and he is going to be facing Baron Corbin with the cross-brand promotional thingy, also known as a modified wildcard rule. Conman, could you maybe Photoshop the US title on Apollo so we could see what it would look like on him, please? Don't have the ability to do that right now, my friend. Don't know what to say. To say, because a... Yeah. They gave him bullet points and a beard. True. Con, faces aren't as good as the older days. Hey, one sec. But heels can definitely compete with the Attitude Era guys. CM Punk, Randy Orton, and Samoa Joe are killers, but older guys connect better with fans. You got a point there, Coup de Grace. You definitely have a point. I don't necessarily agree, though, that faces are better now than they used to be. I think it more so has to do with the fact that wrestling has weirdly evolved to the point where fans resent cheering for the person who they are supposed to cheer for. You know, we see it in every babyface champion. And that's because there's a good portion of fans who like to go against the grain and play quote-unquote devil's advocate, right? They like to cheer for the heels. They like to root exclusively for the bad guys, and they will sit there and say that a babyface is boring, but as soon as the heel turn happens, they love the person. Same people will say that Roman Reigns is a terrible in-ring performer, but then they would love him if he turned heel, right? So there's a good portion of people out there who do root like that for people. They just root against the grain, you know, they want to go against the grain, which is fine. Absolutely it is. Does that make it, though, that baby faces are worse here today than they were back in, say, the 90s or the 2000s? No, I don't think that necessarily has to do with that, because I think you start looking at some of the baby faces, people like Becky Lynch, who have been trendsetters for quite some time now. You look at Kofi Kingston's babyface run, you know, if WWE hadn't screwed up his following title run, you know, where they kind of just... They positioned him as... I don't even know how they positioned Kofi Kingston. It just felt like his title run was a little lackluster because it was just Smiles babyface. There was no story to sink your teeth into, right, with the Kofi Kingston title run. His title win up till the title was one of the greatest stories of the last, I don't know, decade, if not even more, because it was true emotion, right? And when you compare a babyface like Kofi Kingston with that reaction to winning the title, it's hard to sit there and say that babyfaces are worse in 2019-20, whatever you want to say, right? It's a tough thing to truly say that they are worse than back in the day. Are they levels of Stone Cold Steve Austin? No. But we also have to remember Stone Cold Steve Austin is oddly enough the face of the Attitude Era, which was the most popular time in wrestling history. So, right when you have a badass babyface like Stone Cold Steve Austin, he is, of course you're going to love that man, right? So I get what you're saying. So yes, I kind of agree with you, and yes, I kind of don't agree with you with that statement, because some babyfaces, their wins in 2020 feel so damn good. They feel so satisfying watching the wins, because WWE knows how to make a great chase for the title, but they struggle to book their baby faces on top, which is a thing they didn't struggle to do back in the day. So that's where I kind of agree and disagree with you there, buddy.
Do y'all realize how dangerous it is to be throwing axes out here? Somebody could get seriously hurt. I'm gonna let you go this time. Only because you're cute.
What?
Oh, okay. You? Not so much.
Oh.
Man. Oh, no. Oh, no. She wants Ivar.
That's got to
not Eric.
Just reject it.
She wants the vote.
Well, I guess all...
Right, guys, for filler, how can you hate that? How can you hate that? It's filler. It's fine filler. It's entertaining. I would much rather watch a 30-second clip like that than a half-assed 30-second Ricochet promo backstage. You know what I mean? Right? I would much rather watch funny crap like that for filler as opposed to random promos that really don't add any value to the show, right? At least it was something that could make you laugh. And if you don't like it, you don't like it. And that's fine, right? Baron Corbin versus Drew McIntyre. It is up next.
I don't think King Corbin could have chosen a bigger target than the WWE Champion to take advantage of this brand-to-brand invitational. And at the same time, guys,
You feel bad for Eric.
that Rey Mysterio is injured and not able to
I'll be your end. I'll be your end of days. End of days. Do you guys think they're starting to build towards a Alistair Black versus Seth Rollins story? I think that's the direction, right? And I think that needs to end with Alistair Black winning, right? Wait, where's... Whoa, Bobby Lashley? Hang on, why is Lashley out here? With MVP as well. Oh.
Gentlemen, if you'll pardon my intrusion for just a moment. Lashley and I have taken a personal interest in this match. King Corbin, a very capable and dangerous adversary, visiting us here from SmackDown. Didn't you retire Kurt Angle?
He did.
Yeah, I could probably spend 10 minutes talking about all the impressive things you've done. Mr. McIntyre, you are holding that very prestigious WWE Championship, and that's all that really needs to be said about you. But as I said, Lashley and I have a personal interest in this match. And before you begin, Mr. Lashley would like to, well...
Drew, I'm putting you on notice.
Oh.
I'm coming after you and that WWE Championship.
Oh.
And if I need to pry it out of your cold, dead hands, that's exactly what I'm going to do.
Okay.
Make it good, gentlemen. We'll be watching.
Bold words from Lashley. Corbin versus McIntyre begins next on Raw.
So that's the Backlash match. Yes, it is. That works for me. Works for me. Only issue, one simple issue, is if they are trying to build up Lashley versus Lesnar, a loss for Lashley to McIntyre could hinder that match from happening. Excuse me. Excuse-moi. More commercials. Yeah, I know, guys. I know. The commercial breaks are kind of tough, aren't they? They're kind of tough. It's a lot to get through. It's a lot to sit through, right, ladies and gentlemen? But, yeah, I think the Backlash match should probably be pretty good. You know, should probably be pretty solid. Jason Barker, thanks, dude, for the $5 dono. I appreciate it, my friend.
On the AOP thing, should notice be out with Tucker.
And then, coup de grace, my friend, thanks for the $2 dono. He says, don't you just love King Corbin? I love me some King Corbin. He's fun. You know what? He's not very fun, if we're being honest, but he's a pretty freaking good heel, and he makes me want to root for the baby faces, and I think that's an effective heel, you know? I really do. There's many times that I sit there and I'm like, okay, Corbin, you're kind of making me a little pissed off with what you're saying, and then I'm like, oh yeah, that's the point. That's the point, right? You're supposed to make me upset at you. You're supposed to make me want to root for the baby face. Corbin's a great heel in that sense, right? Yeah, it's crazy there, Master Obi-Wan Kenobi. Alright though, everyone, if you have not done so, please make sure you leave a like on this video. Also making sure you are subscribed to the channel. Would love to see your name pop up over there on the top left hand corner. And if you guys are really enjoying the show, you can always drop any little donation. It doesn't matter how much or how little, any little bit to keep the show running. And if you guys wish to click on that join button down below, become a member on this channel, and try to get a character inside of the CMU, well then that is the place to do so. Click on that join button and support the channel today. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in and spending your Monday night with me. What if Corbin was a face? You know what? He will be someday. And here's the thing. When Corbin turns face, you guys are going to see a very different side of Corbin. I think it's going to be one of those things where people grow to respect Corbin over the years, right? It's definitely going to be a respect thing. It's going to be a long time before we see him be a face. But he will slowly earn the respect of a bunch of people, just like most heels do throughout their years, and get a chance as a babyface some point. Diego Toledo says, I don't see him as a face, though. That's because he's only ever been a heel, right? That's why you don't see him as a face. He has only ever been a heel. You don't have a clue how the man could work as a babyface. You know, from myself, I've seen a lot of things that, you know, he could definitely lean into. He's a pretty good cook. He seems to have a ton of fun on social media with cooking. He's got those human elements to him, you know. Right now, to me, Seth Rollins is the best heel. He is playing it perfectly with the Messiah gimmick. Seth is killing it. I love Seth Rollins right now. Dude, he's awesome right now, isn't he? It's really freaking good. Shifty Sway says, are we ever going to see a heel Conman? That would be fun. Conman just isn't witty enough, I don't think, to be a heel. But MVP and Bobby Lashley still standing at the top of the ramp. Interesting. Watching this match really closely. Nathan Barker says, if Corbin turns face, it's going to be weird as I'm used to seeing him as a heel. It would have to be a slow turn, right? It would have to be a really slow burn with a good storyline. I look at him like JBL. He will never be a true babyface, but he won't be hated. He will be respected. Yeah, he absolutely. I've made that comparison before as well. Baron Corbin is kind of like our generation's JBL in a sense. A very solid hand in the ring, can work with anybody. Is going to make you want to root for the babyface and not be happy to see him when he wins. Oh, what a chop to the chest of Corbin. Chop to the chest again, yo. Corbin, though, is going to start fighting out of that corner. I've also heard a ton of rumors that Corey Graves might be the hacker. Now, that is interesting because if you guys remember back to his storyline with Kurt Angle, right? He somehow got the footage or somehow got the information that Jason Jordan was Kurt Angle's illegitimate son. They had the whole storyline with Enzo Amore and Big Cass and who the attacker was. So that kind of leads into something else as well. Maybe Corey Graves is the hacker. And I've heard a lot of rumors that Corey Graves has been trying to train to get back in the wrestling ring. I've seen a lot of things that seems like he is pushing hard to get back in the ring. you never know. This could be Corey Graves' return. That would be shocking, wouldn't it? Would you guys be shocked if it was Corey Graves? Corey Graves was an amazing wrestler. Nathan Barker, Corey Graves was a good wrestler. Let's not say amazing. He was a good wrestler who had a strong gimmick down in NXT. He was deemed to be the, one of the next big stars coming up to the main roster someday because of his Lucky 13 submission move and the way that he presented himself in the ring and his promo ability, right? His in-ring ability was just okay. He's never been fantastic at wrestling. He's been good at wrestling. Oh, face first goes Drew, and he hits pretty hard off the steel. What happened with Mustafa as the hacker? He might very well be. Like, we're just speculating, right? We don't have a clue who it's going to be. He did get a little bit of cheers during the King of the Ring bangers. He did, man, didn't he?
This is the pride of Drew McIntyre to represent Raw, to represent his WWE Champion.
Oh, a forearm to the spine as well. But then he's on commentary during the hacks. Not that they can't say it's pre-recorded like it actually is. Well, that's where it might go into the fact that, you know, he might be the hacker and he might have some help, right? Oh, Corbin slides out of the ring. Oh, Shindalyn Robinson says, no, Con is not Corey is a hacker. What? Let's try English there. You're probably trying to say that no, Con, Corey is not the hacker. We don't know. He might be. Right? It could be literally anybody at this point. Literally anyone. I think it's a, it's a little close-minded to say that it can't be this person, right? Just like, some people have said it's Lars Sullivan. Personally, I don't think it's Lars Sullivan, but, I mean, I can't tell you for sure it's not, right? People have said Lars Sullivan. Who am I to say that it's not Lars Sullivan? I don't believe it is. But it's a prediction from someone, right? Same with, if you're saying it's Corey Graves. Same if you're saying it's Ali. Same if you're saying whoever. Jason Barker says, who would be the next commentator if Corey is the hacker and gets back in the ring? I'd love to give you that answer. Me. I'm the next hack. I'm the next one. I'm the next commentator there, Jason Barker. Why not? No, I wouldn't have a clue. I would actually like to see Beth Phoenix be given a chance. I think Beth Phoenix up on the main roster working alongside of Michael Cole could be a pretty good duo, to be quite honest. Oh, big superplex delivered to McIntyre. Into the cover, count of one, kick out by McIntyre.
Who would be the next
Nigel would be pretty cool.
If Corey is the hacker and gets back in the ring.
No. Michael Cole and Mauro dynamic would not be good together. They're both play-by-play commentators, and they're both people who like to command the conversation and pass it off to each other. That would not work well. If you take two people who are play-by-play and stick them in the same booth, you're going to have crossovers. You're going to have things that don't sound good. No, you need a color commentator and you need a play-by-play side by side. Two play-by-plays do not work well together. Oh, big boot to the face there. And now, McIntyre all the way up to the top rope. What about Vic Joseph? He could come back, absolutely. He's more of a play-by-play, but he's decent as well. Hell, you could move Samoa Joe over to SmackDown if you wanted, and you could run a two-person booth here on Raw. Points to Lashley. McIntyre lifts him up. Corbin's in a tough predicament. Oh, but Corbin slides down the back there and a back elbow again. Spine buster delivered. Jackknife cover. Count of two. Kick out by Corbin. The hacker can't be Xavier Woods because he was in the video package. Then again, we don't know. Exactly. Then again, we don't know. I think it's naive to say that anybody is not the hacker at this point because, it literally could be anybody.
You wanted the champ. You wanted to prove you're the bigger man. Get your ass up.
The intensity of McIntyre is out of this world. Oh, but Corbin drives him right back into the corner turnbuckle. And Corbin sends him shoulder first into the steel turnbuckle. Steel corner, I should say. And then a side slam delivered. McIntyre's down, but a kick out at 1. 2009 says, I mean, it literally cannot be Xavier Woods because he's black. I mean, once again, ladies and gentlemen, we know nothing about this. It could be a faction. It could be something more. You know, who knows? And guys, no. Saying the word black is not racist, okay? Come on now. That's not racist. You said it in only a positive way, right? It's only if you're, you know what? We don't need to get into that conversation. Oh, future shock DDT. And ladies and gentlemen, I think we're about to close off this match here. McIntyre ready to signal the Claymore bell. Here's the countdown. They mentioned the skin because the hand is white of the person as the hacker. That's why. That's all they're talking about, guys. 1, Claymore kick locked and loaded. Oh, what a counter. What a counter. Into the cover. Count of 1. Count of 2. Kick out by McIntyre off the deep 6. Is Corbin going to put McIntyre away? Corbin going for the end of days? Headbutt. Oh, no. The Glasgow kiss to the face. Sidestepping Corbin. Corbin rolls back in the ring. Ducks underneath. Here comes a Claymore. That was a sweet end. 1, 2. It's over. And Drew McIntyre defeats King Corbin. Great matchup. But MVP, is he saying get down to the ring now? Big win for Drew. And raises his hands in victory here tonight. That was good, man. Yeah, frig, that was really freaking good, guys. I cannot reiterate that enough. That was really good. I liked that main event. It made me root for McIntyre some more. I didn't want to see Corbin win. You know, it sets up a feud with Lashley. Overall tonight, guys, a very good edition of Monday Night Raw. Austin Theory joins the disciple of Rollins, and he joins his cause, his vision. Yeah, I really enjoyed tonight's episode of Monday Night Raw. What did you guys think, though? Did you like it? Literally, just let me know. Thumbs up or thumbs down in the live chat right now. What did you think of tonight's show? He wants to fight Lashley, he says. Yeah, guys, ladies and gentlemen, you're going to get a thumbs up from Conman as well. Really enjoyed the show, and I hope you guys did as well. I believe, though, that is going to bring us to the end of our show here today. If you guys would like to let me know what your honest thoughts are, okay? If you'd like to let me know what your honest thoughts are, you can let me know in the community poll right here on YouTube. There will be a poll saying if you thought the show was great, good, just okay, bad, or if you didn't watch. Now, ladies and gentlemen, I kindly ask you to please watch what you are pressing your vote on. A couple weeks ago or a week ago, I literally put didn't watch at number 1, and like 65% of people pressed didn't watch. I know that's not the case. So please, guys, if you're voting in the polls, make sure you vote accurately, okay? And actually don't just click the first option, okay? Because I'm going to put didn't watch at the top again to see if you guys are actually watching what you're clicking, okay? And if people aren't watching what they're clicking, then we're going to have to figure out something to do instead of those polls, because it's we cannot continue that going on. The polls are way too skewed, and it makes the channel look a little silly, not going to lie. So, guys, if you would like to go vote in those polls, it'll be available on the channel as soon as we are done live streaming. There will be no reaction clips here today, and I will be live again on Wednesday. So until then, everybody, take care, enjoy the next day, have yourself a wonderful time. I've been Con, And that was Monday Night Raw.